life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty much content with just rhyming all day.
Or digital can instantly share pictures.
I can start. Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show. Later, you know what it is. Hey, Ham, it's time, baby. Low, let's turn out we do. Hey. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you man. I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you Red Fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blitz. Cause you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another. Yes, Cozy. Welcome to another installment of BullSittin on TSWS Gaming. I'm Loke7, and joining me as always is Mr. Ham Solo 05, the man himself with the awesome fro. Mr. Matt Likes Games also joins us. Mr. Matt Likes Games also joins us with his awesome takes. And of course, the only reason anyone even clicks on these videos on Fridays is Cozy, the Nintendo goddess herself, Beluga. Cozy, on this fine Friday afternoon, are you feeling rosy?
Absolutely. Oh, I don't need that much.
Please,
Absolutely.
Please tell us why.
So this is my birthday weekend. I've had
Nice.
I have 5 days off. I've just been chilling, enjoying life, hanging out with friends.
Eating curry at Chinese places.
I'm sorry, I don't make mistakes like you.
Yeah, my wife. She made
Oh, blame it on someone else,
No, of course, Ham. Of course.
No. She did.
He's right. I'm just making it.
What happened?
Oh, no. Like, me and Matt were doing the show on Wednesday, and my wife was like, surprise, I bought Chinese. And I was like, that's okay. Like, I wasn't really in the mood for Chinese, but like I was willing to have some like sesame chicken or something like that, right? I was like willing to have something that I've had before. And she's like, yeah, I got chicken curry because I was gonna make that for dinner tonight, but I just got it from the Chinese place. And I was like, no.
That's like,
I was like, no. Why did you get chicken curry at a Chinese place?
That's not even if it's good chicken curry. It's like I didn't.
It's not the best.
Yeah.
Where should you get chicken curry?
Indian.
Right.
Well, Indians, Jamaicans.
Yeah, Jamaicans as well. Yep.
Thai places.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Thai places is a stretch for me.
You have to have a.
I've never had Indian curry from a Thai place.
No, it's not Indian curry. It's Thai.
Not Indian curry. Chicken curry. My bad. I'm thinking about Indian food now.
So, but you have to get a good Thai place that's run by actual Thai people, not like the ones run by like Vietnamese people.
That's interesting.
I'm not going to dig too deep in this because I'm going to get canceled. I will get canceled.
Over food?
Cozy just hits up the place and
I have questions.
Excuse me, you sound a little Vietnamese. Can I?
That's what I'm saying. Like I have questions, bro. I have questions.
Here's the thing. The thing is, like, Thai and Vietnamese languages sound vastly different.
There you go.
So, like, if you hear them talk, you're like, oh, this one's run by the Vietnamese.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you know
pretty
a
good.
place that does have delicious curry? It's technically
Yeah.
counts as Indian, but also Ethiopian. We have this restaurant that's like a half Ethiopian, half Indian restaurant.
That sounds pretty amazing, actually.
Oh, let me tell you, I swear.
That's a crazy pairing right there. That sounds like it actually makes sense.
It's so good.
Okay. Uh, Cozy, you got the next 5 days off. What will you be playing?
What
What are
has
you looking forward to playing?
I I I've been doing one dungeon a day. I haven't really been playing games. It's like I've been using this as an opportunity to touch grass.
Oh, look at you.
The sun is out. I don't think you understand. I should find the photos of exactly the flooding that's been happening around here. But
Okay.
it rained for a bit and then it flooded. But the sun is out. The sun's been out. It's warm. In fact, I wore the wrong clothes outside for the first time this year. Normally, you can put it on. You know what to put on. Today, I put on my jean jacket because that's about as much as I needed.
Mm.
But I put on my pleather pants. They keep you kind of warm, but they're not like super hot. I went around, did a stroll around the block. No, it was a bad life choice.
It's hot than a mother.
Swear, my pants were sticking to my legs. You know that
All right, Cozy.
uncomfortable, sweaty jean feeling.
Cozy, keep that for the OnlyFans. God damn it. Welcome in, Ty. He says, I went to a Jamaican restaurant in Ireland before. I asked for goat curry, which is a Jamaican specialty, and the people cooking it were white Irish people. Let's just say it didn't taste great.
I mean,
That's too bad.
I'm sorry. I mean, to be fair though, what if they were white Irish people from Jamaica? Then it would have been good.
That's possible. That that
Mhm.
that could
But
have
they
been
could
what
have just
happened.
also been bad choices. And I'm
Also, very
sorry.
Ex-
unlikely.
Also very Xbox Lord Chaos. Okay, now I understand it, Ham. Now I understand the real issue here about asking for the wrong stuff at the wrong place. He says that's like trying to get Texas barbecue in Boston. You don't do it. You don't do
Yeah,
it.
No, that's
Yeah,
that's.
Boston
that's
I
has
mean,
their
like
own.
I'm
Boston
likely
has their own
try,
food.
but you'll more than likely be disappointed unless the guy that works there is from Texas.
yep.
Because it's not like
Yeah,
anything in the air is different. It's just the style.
yeah, yeah. It
Hmm.
has to be someone that knows the authentic
Like if I go
cuisine
to a
of
place that
Texas.
says Texas in Boston and they
Yeah,
say best beef ribs in the East Coast, I want to eat there
Hmm.
because that's what Texas is known for, beef ribs.
yeah.
But I highly doubt they're going to be the best in America when Texas is down there with all them people doing it.
When any
Yes,
state that has a
probably.
culture like
They could
Boston
be the best in the
isn't
East Coast.
really
You know what I mean?
Boston isn't really a barbecue state though. I mean,
No,
city.
that's like seafood.
No.
But man, the seafood, oh, so fresh and so clean and so cheap. Oh,
Yeah,
So
depending on
fresh
where
and so
you
clean,
go,
clean.
you can get
Seafood's
robbed
great.
anywhere.
People ain't getting robbed in Boston. Come on.
uh,
People
Uh,
what?
uh,
uh, let's just skip over that very quickly. And Nate, welcome in Rachie as well. And Nate, I finished Free Run, and I absolutely love solo leveling. But I'll go straight to the point and say I understand why Free Run won. Free Run is a better overall anime than solo leveling, in my personal opinion. I can see. I will also understand why your friend fell asleep watching it. It's not as super cool all the time as solo leveling, but it's very good. It's very good. Ham, how you doing? What you been playing?
I've been playing quite a bit of different things. I've been playing Metal Eden demo.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been playing. Oh, that's on the screen right now. Sweet. Um, I played some. I finished Mafia 2, and I started playing Mafia 3, and I'm gonna come back to that. Let me finish telling you everything else I've been playing. Sonic Frontiers, Split Fiction with the wife. I played that yesterday. Stalker, Tomb Raider. I've been
It's a
all
lot
over
of
the place
games.
as usual. Like that's how I do things. Oh, I beat Bright Memory Infinite just randomly.
What about Dim?
I mean, that's only like a 2-hour game, but
Yeah, it's pretty short. It's
I
pretty
beat it.
short.
Oh, is that short?
Well, yeah, it's super
Yeah, it's
short.
very
Yeah.
short.
But very graphically intensive. Like it's a beautiful game.
For
you
a
can't
single
stream it.
developer doing it, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
You can't stream
cool.
it though.
Why can't you stream it?
No, you can stream it. You can't stream it like stream your own games. I think I own it actually. That's why I said that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the whole Xbox thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Matt, how you doing? What you been playing?
Oblivion.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me,
Well,
sir.
Oh,
Well,
Excuse
Hamilton
me,
done.
sir. Wasn't
there's,
finished.
there's more games.
No, there wasn't more games. I
Well,
told you I was coming back to Mafia 3.
oh, okay. I didn't hear that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I tell you what, Mafia 1 is amazing. Mafia 2, pretty good. Mafia 3, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a brother. I don't know, right? Maybe it's because I'm a brother.
Racist.
But like, I don't know, just like that style and the way that they storytell in that game, where it's like kind of documentary-esque, and just the stuff that you go through in that game and in the world that you have to live in. Being a brother back then, it was just terrible. Like I walked into a colored, a no colored allowed place, and they let me know I wasn't supposed to be there.
Have you tried not being black?
You don't have a choice because you can't. I'm not going there with you because you're gonna say something wildly inappropriate. But anyways, yeah, I think personally I like it so far the most in the series. I don't know how the story is gonna go, but like if it keeps on the pace that it's on right now, it'll definitely be my favorite Mafia game. And I thought Mafia 1 was like chef's kiss. I thought that game was amazing.
I think it might be because Mafia 1 and 2, good stories, but very much what you would expect out of a Mafia story.
I think that's right. I think you nailed it right there because it's so typical. Everybody's in a suit. Everybody like flipping on each other and doing. It's just.
It's like Goodfellas and The Godfather are both great movies, but they're both movies that are told typical of. I mean, I guess Godfather kind of is the godfather of that genre, but yeah, I think that's what it is.
I mean, I'm essentially like, dude's pissed and he's tearing the Mafia a new one. That's what the game is. In comparison of you being super tight and you got your bros and whatnot. It ain't really about your bros in this one. It's not about your bros. It's about like, yo, I just got fucking screwed over so bad. And it's time for some get back. And it's amazing. The get back is nasty. It is really nasty. There was just a little moment that I played for just like 10 seconds right before the show, and Matt about fell out of his chair. Loke missed it, and then I had to turn it back on, and Loke walked away from his desk. And that was just the beginning.
It was a bit much.
It gets crazier. And they let you know at the beginning of the game, like, yo, this is like a depiction of like, the history that was back then and whatnot. And they leaned into that shit. It's not for the soft or the like what do they call it, like the faint of heart or whatever. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not. It's not that. I'm done.
Richie says Cozy wants the Italian mafia fight in the nude like Yakuza.
I mean, I think maybe because you get less Yakuza, you get less of the Yakuza thing. I kind of enjoy it. I don't really enjoy like that whole Italian mafia thing. Probably because it's less novel.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I
I,
forgot
I
I'm playing Mass Effect as well on stream.
I saw
let's
that.
go.
Cozy was there for the last bit of my stream
More decision
yesterday,
making.
and I got Thane, and she wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Because Thane gives life. Thane is a beautiful soul. The only true romance in the game. Thane. You can't not love Thane.
I
Doesn't
helped
end
that
well.
one chick too. She's I don't know about her. She's gullible.
Who?
The brunette. I forgot her name. Damn.
Miranda?
Miranda?
Yeah, Miranda. Yeah.
Are you playing the remastered? So you don't even get the benefit of seeing her butt.
Oh, I don't. Whatever. I mean, that would be nice. That'd be better,
They
right?
took out the gratuitous butt shots. Cause so in the OG game, there were gratuitous butt shots. Like whenever you were having a conversation with her for whatever reason, I mean we know why, but the camera would pan to her.
For whatever reason.
The camera would pan. No, it was
Nobody
a
knows
thing.
why.
It was like even people who were like, "I'm a horn dog," were like, "Come on, for real." Like it would just be like the camera would suddenly go like.
I mean, hey,
Yeah,
they should keep things original. I agree.
I saw
didn't-
those.
So it is what it is.
I saw those and I was like, God damn, they're really.
Yes.
It's like you're just talking to an ass most of the time, pretty much.
It's the best ass I ever seen in a video game, up until then at least. Yeah.
No, it's
Miranda,
not. No, it's not.
Miranda's awesome. What?
Loba
There's
from
better.
Loba from look up Loba from Apex Legends. I don't even play Apex Legends, but look up Loba from Apex
No,
Legends.
I'm saying up to then. Apex wasn't out yet.
Oh, I thought you were saying just in general. I'm about to say no.
No. In general, I'm sure it's gotten like way better.
Are we gonna do a butt review?
Would you like to do a butt review, Cozy?
We should have an episode where we do butt reviews. Video game edition.
I'm taking Solid Snake's butt, and I don't want to hear anyone else picking his butt. His butt is all mine.
Well, here's the thing.
All right, you can have that.
Nobody else would have picked. Nobody else would have picked that.
That's not Cozy. Don't react like that. That's not what I meant.
How else am I supposed to react? You're the one who said you take it as a.
Hold on. What did you mean? What did you mean when you said I'm taking his butt?
Guys.
What do you mean that's not what you meant?
Wild. That was so wild.
No.
I need to know what other meaning there could possibly be when you say I'm taking his
You
butt.
said it so aggressively too.
Yeah, like I don't like. I had to kind of fall back.
I likes what I see.
You were talking right there.
I likes what I see. Listen. Context matters, all right? Cozy, don't be backing away here.
I don't know what the context for that is. What is the context for that?
No, Cozy said we should have an episode where we rate video game butts, right?
Yes.
And bring up the ones that we want to rate.
Yes.
I specifically said,
yeah,
right? When everyone else is bringing up their proposal with which one has the best, but shut up, Xbox Lord Chaos says with bass in his voice too.
You did. You kind of like.
Luke's trying to clarify what he said by just saying it again and explaining it exactly as we took it.
Now he's narrating what he just got.
Yeah,
saying.
Like
as if we'll want to understand that more.
All right, let's stop it there.
We know what you meant.
This is going to get worse and worse. I don't want no problems.
We know what you meant, and you're telling us what you meant.
He probably has
and we were right.
Fan fiction dedicated to Solid Snake's butt.
That's a project for Loke. Apparently,
Cozy, I'm not about to deny that, Cozy. Rachie says Bayonetta. That's gonna be a good shout.
Uh-oh.
Day Reezy, welcome in, says I'm down for reviewing bakeries. If it doesn't look like two midgets fighting each other, I don't care.
Mm,
Okay, Matt. How that's awfully descriptive. Matt, how are you and what you been playing?
I'm pretty good, and I've been playing Oblivion for like the last, I don't know, week, 4 days, 3 days. I don't know. All week I've been playing Oblivion.
Okay, that's the original.
That's the only one.
That's the
That
only
is the
one.
only one.
All right.
For
So
now.
speaking of Oblivion, let let's get into it. Actually, no. Before we get into Oblivion, there's a video game trailer we need to look at. This one is called Chronos: The New Dawn. So we saw the trailer for this 6 months ago, but there
Hmm.
was no gameplay or anything, and people were like, okay, what is this? So now we're gonna get more gameplay. Here we go.
Focus your attention. What do you see? Giant. Sleeping. Again. Animals. Fighting. Again.
So it's Blue Burr team. It's a weird name. I've never gotten used to it.
Stay focused. Stay cautious.
That is our calling.
You almost fried there. Good thing I was around. Traveler.
It's like if Dead Space and Remnant had a baby.
That I got the medium vibes as well.
I saw somebody say Returnal, and I can kind of see it a little bit.
Returnal. Okay, without the bullet hell.
I don't know.
Yeah, without like this kind of similar aesthetic, but not the bullet hell thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, aesthetically, sure. I can kind of see it with some of the aesthetic.
That game looks sick though. That game, I mean, I was already excited for it just because when
Mm-hmm.
they first showed it, it made me think of Dead Space. I
It's
love Dead
creepy.
Space. It looks awesome. I like the fact that the enemies, you have to be careful about killing the enemies. Like, you got to kill them all kind of at once or find a way to do that because if you don't, then they merge and get
Yeah.
stronger. That shit looks cool. I mean, yeah, I'm down. And it
I
comes out
like
this
it.
year.
It looks
Yeah.
squicky.
Yeah, the
I'm
most surprising thing for me is that it's coming out this year.
It
That's
that
looks
most.
exactly. I
good.
thought it was coming out next year, but
Mm.
it's coming out this year, so that's even better.
It's not enough to be creepy. You also have to be gross looking.
I did
First
see
of
Cozy's
Protocol
face
is
during
just
that
a
trailer,
movie.
and Cozy's face was not pleased with that trailer.
Cozy, like it's in the name, dude. Cozy likes cozy games. This is not cozy.
No, it doesn't look cozy at all.
Not unless you're a monster. So, Cozy, are you not interested in getting this game?
Hey, Monster Hunter Stories is cozy.
There you go.
No. You know I'm not playing this game. We both know I'm not playing this game. We know this is a never. This wouldn't even make my long list. This wouldn't even make my potential backlog list.
The only way she would have played it is if it was multiplayer.
And then I'd probably played it twice, screamed.
And maybe even then, exactly.
It'd have to be multiplayer, and it'd have to be on Game Pass for her to even play.
Maybe even then, bro.
And I mean, that's the 2 times that she plays it.
Yeah, exactly. Multiplayer, Game Pass, and she plays it twice.
I'm not very, like, as much as I love horror movies, I don't dabble in horror games.
It makes sense.
You like watching it happen. I don't think you like making it happen.
So, Matt, you're down? Ham?
Hell yeah.
Are you into it?
Oh yeah, big time. This doesn't look as like I felt like Dead Space did a really good job of like kind of making you nervous. I don't think this game will.
You don't think it will be as scary?
No, I think it'll like. I think there'll be some moments where you're running away or something like that, but I just don't think it will be as like it just looks like a little bit more of an open space and stuff like that, where Dead Space felt tight. Dead Space, everywhere you went felt tight, so it almost felt like anytime you got into an engagement, there wasn't very far to go. As to this, I mean, I don't know how open the area is, like what you can jump over and what you can do, but like it just seems like there's a little bit more space between you and the enemy, a lot more than there was in Dead Space, where it was just like they're right there. Sometimes like in the elevator with you damn near, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this game looks amazing. Like it definitely looks like something I'm gonna probably need to play day one. Yeah, it looks like a day one game. Right?
I'm impressed with the visuals.
I told Matt that I wanted to buy it, but then he's like, "I'm buying it," and I'm like, "No, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna do this." Like right now, we got guns at each other's face.
Honestly, dude, my problem, Ham, is that I often forget that I'm game sharing with you. So like, I see a game and I'm like, well, I gotta buy it. Unless it's in Game Pass, I'm just like, I gotta buy it. So like, yeah, we can talk about who's buying what. We honestly probably should at some point this year, especially after the showcase. Probably just.
I mean, that's the whole point of us game sharing right now.
Exactly.
Because this is like one of those like super duper rare, but could be up to $1,000.
Yes, this year. So like,
it's worth of games alone.
Yeah, we
Game
Pass. No, just games coming
no,
out.
Just buying games.
Oh, yeah.
This, like this could very well be like $1,000. You know what I mean?
$1,000? It won't be $1,000.
I mean, I'm not.
GTA is gonna be 100.
I'm not asking to spend that much.
GTA,
but I'm just saying, like,
GTA is different. I think GTA 100 is too little for GTA to charge.
Well, that's okay. That's fine. But I'm just saying, we're assuming GTA is 100. That's one game. This is going to be 70, probably.
GTA should be like, it should be like 500.
You think 10 games is $700, like at normal price?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Exactly. So it's feasible for
Thanks,
Sam.
People forget that shit adds up, and that's why I have Game Pass always on standby.
Always, dude.
Because it's just like I'm gonna be spending money on games, but I always want to be able to play some. And if I'm a little short, or going on a vacation, or doing something, you know, it's just it's like I just went on my cruise, right? It was nice not to have to buy any games for that last month. Matt bought Assassin's Creed Shadow, and I was like, all right, well, I'll just play some of that.
Yeah.
And I'll play whatever's on Game Pass on my trip. And I did that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
But that's a day one. Whether Ham is buying it or I'm buying it, that's day one. It's not really a question.
What
That
about
looks awesome.
what about
What?
What
what
about?
about it just not looking just like that, but not playing like that? Uh-huh. You didn't think about that.
We don't know what it plays because you haven't played it yet. They showed us them playing it, but we don't know what it plays like because we haven't played it for ourselves.
Gaming fraud.
Yes, Xbox Lord Chaos. Game Pass is poison. That's what it is. It's a scam, and we're gonna get into it. You're right. People sign up thinking they're gonna save, end up spending more. Anyways,
Buddy, I'll tell you about that on our next topic because
so
I'm
that's
gonna spend
Kronos.
some money.
Yeah, that's Kronos. Me personally, I'm kind of putting this one in the backlog. Like, I'll give it a go when it's eventually $20. But I'm not like jonesing for it. I'll be perfectly fine if I don't play this day one and I play it like 3 years later. That's not a problem for me. But it looks good, and like I said earlier, the visuals are impressive, and it's kind of surprising and shocking that it's uh it's coming out this year. It's kind of surprising. Verge based Brizzle, welcome in.
Oh yeah. What
Uh,
base?
Reezy says my mama told me Game Pass is the devil.
The
Richie,
devil.
Richie, Richie says I buy games that are not on Game Pass and don't play them because I got Game Pass. I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
telling you.
That happens too, Rachie. That's a fact.
And then those same games that you bought, Richie, you wait long enough, guess what happens? Guess what
End up
happens?
on Game Pass.
They end up on
Yep.
Game Pass. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
Let's
What
all
happened with
be.
Remnant?
You know.
don't trigger me on Remnant because I still haven't beaten it. Jeez.
But I mean, it's good.
What's
Not
good,
it's
Cozy?
bad time. We don't have time to play all the games. Like,
That's true.
We got time to try, but we keep failing.
We do. I had to uninstall Football Manager one more time on my PC because it's ridiculous, man. I always go in like, oh, I'll play for 5 minutes and then that's it.
5 minutes.
Anyways,
You'd expect to
yeah.
manage the whole
Who's playing a
football
game for
in
5 minutes?
Balatro, you can get Balatro for 5 minutes. You can get in, do one run for five.
Hold on. You can do anything for 5 minutes. Are you
What?
going to play it for 5 minutes? No.
Probably not.
No, you're not. Yeah, you can play any game for 5 minutes, but you're not going to because that's crazy.
Here's a challenge. Cozy, I want you first on this one.
yeah.
What game can you play in 10 minutes? And realistically step away from it and being like, yeah, I didn't have to cut it off prematurely and I don't regret it. 10 minutes. What game?
A game you can play for 10 minutes is a really short time. Oh, Jewel.
Right?
Jewel.
Can you beat a level in Jewel
Yes.
in 10 minutes?
Yes.
All right. Rachie says Zenless Zone Zero. I don't know, man. I played Zenless Zone Zero for about 6 hours on PlayStation when it came out, and it doesn't seem like you can play for 10 minutes. But all right, Matt, 10 minutes. What game can you play for 10 minutes? Get something done realistically, and then walk away satisfied.
You know what? I'd probably say just looking at I just opened my Steam to look through stuff. I'd probably go with Echo Point Nova because you could clear out an enemy base, get a weapon, get a new power up in 10 minutes, and then you'll be done.
Loke, if you can, you should
Well,
check. You should check what I just put into the chat for us.
the private chat.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Okay.
GameStop trade-in prices towards the Switch 2 are
You should put that on the screen. It's funny.
Are what?
God damn
Not
it.
great. It's not
Oh,
great.
that's good.
Oh man.
Did you guys see did you guys see the rumor that the Switch? I mean, I guess it's only really affects us, I guess, in the U.S. But
Oh man.
the rumor is the price isn't going to change.
Yeah, that's the rumor. It's gonna be fine
Price is not going to change. It'll be
for the
$449 still.
console. Yeah,
Which
but yeah, I think that's good. Like 450 is a good price for the console.
well, that's good because it's like, dude, we were joking. Me, Ham, and our buddy Vinny was like, dude, you've already accounted for
Vinny's
the
also
tariff.
my buddy. Vinny's also my buddy. So.
That's what I said. Our buddy Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
Look
You
at
feel
it.
left? Do you feel left? You feel left out?
I do. I do.
Fucking
I
call
do.
it butt, like,
The other day I was hanging out with Vinny. The other day I was hanging out with Vinny in the Game Drain Discord.
Yeah.
We're having a blast, and then and then I was about to go, and he's like, "Dude, you should come through more often."
You
Sometimes we have
should.
watch parties. We have watch parties, watching stuff together, and just
Yes.
shooting the shit. And I'm like, "What? No one ever invites me for this shit. I have to
What do
just
you mean?
stumble
You literally got
into the
invited
podcast."
into the Discord.
You don't need it.
That was your
You just come in.
invitation.
You just need to show up.
It's up to
You're
you.
in the Discord. You decide when you go in.
Look, you want me to come over there and enter the Discord for you?
Oh
You
my
need to
god,
hold your
no!
hand.
If you guys are gonna watch like for example, the Lakers are playing today. If you guys are gonna watch the Lakers, it wouldn't be too much to be like, "Yo, look, we're hopping on the Lakers game. Let's go watch it together," or something like that.
See, the thing is, you would have to host that because we host what we want to show.
Yeah, like I'm not
Matt
gonna
will
host
host a
Cavs game.
like the Cavs game or something like that, or like we'll throw something up from YouTube, but we don't do it all the time. Like don't make it sound like a drive-in theater.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's times where like something's on or something's going on, and we all want to hear it while we're playing.
Well, I might just start doing that. I might just start doing for at
Good.
least for the Lakers. All right,
Good.
all right, fair enough.
You'll have to host
Anyway,
it. You'll have to host it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I have League
Do
Pass.
it straight from your FanDuel website.
I
That
don't
shit is
I don't
so
have
garbage.
FanDuel. I
Well,
do
Matt
have
Good.
NBA League Pass.
Good. You don't need
The-
FanDuel.
Is FanDuel cheaper
Lots
than
on FanDuel.
League Pass?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I couldn't tell you. It probably. Here's the thing. It probably is. To be real, I mean, what'd you pay for League Pass?
I think I pay
You
like
got
20
League
bucks
Pass?
a month or something. Yeah, I think I pay something like $20 a month, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, FanDuel actually might be more expensive because if FanDuel's like Bally Sports or Fox Sports used to be, it was like $25 a month. So if FanDuel replaced that, then you're paying less.
Yeah, but FanDuel is not just NBA, right? You get everything.
Honestly, yeah, I think you're right. You get your local. Like for me, I'd get the Cavs. I'd get the Browns, which I don't.
Oh fuck.
Mean,
Yeah, it's about
what?
$20. Yeah,
The
it's
Browns,
$20.
the
League
doo-doo
Pass is
team.
about $20.
Even Cozy
Oh,
knows the
but
Browns are a joke franchise.
Cozy, I did know the Browns were so
Played on your
bad,
home team.
and then
Me?
My
thought-
my home
yeah.
team is the Steelers.
Me?
Always has been, always
My
will
whole
be.
team? The Browns? No.
No, your home team, Cozy, is the Bengals.
Yeah.
And at least they're not the Browns.
That's the reality.
So there you go.
Matt's
And we
closest
always
team.
have
Matt's
the
closest team
Bearcats.
is the Browns, though.
Nope. Steelers right here in my heart, bud. Closer than it's ever been.
He said
That's
my
dirty,
heart
man. That is good.
bleeds Pittsburgh. Heinz.
That's a
Field.
fact.
God damn, man. That
Is
terrible.
it even Heinz Field anymore? I don't think it is.
I don't think it is anymore, which is a shame.
Yep.
All right, let's get back. Let's get back to the games, guys. Let's
Like the
get back to
Sears
the games.
Tower, man. It's not even the Sears Tower.
The
Yeah.
Tears Tower. What is that?
The
What's the
Sears
Tears?
Tower.
Tears Tower. It's
Oh,
the tower you make out of children's tears. You
It's
tell
like
me.
called something else now. Like they buy they they sell the rights to the name of the tower,
It's
which
not been
is
a
wild.
Tears Tower in a long time, but yeah.
Yeah.
all right, all right. Let's get back to the games, guys. Matt,
The Eiffel Tower
you were
will
telling
be
a story.
becoming Starbucks Tower here soon.
No,
Matt,
I
you're
was
telling
saying
a
it.
story before I
I
started
was
bitching.
saying it was a good thing that they didn't change the price because me, Ham, and Vinny were all joking. Like, dude, they've already accounted for the tariffs. They don't need to account for the tariffs when they've already done it. It's $100 more than it is in Japan. They don't need to account for tariffs. It's done. They did it. We're getting $100. They're charging us $100 extra. Job done.
So it would have been scummy if they increased it. All right, all
Yes,
right.
it would have. It'd been hilarious, but it would have been pretty shitty.
Yeah. Welcome in, Oshus. All
Cautious.
right, so
Be full of
here we
awe.
go. GameStop trade-in prices towards the Switch 2 aren't bad. This is according to Stealth
Aren't
40K.
bad.
Yeah, it says aren't bad. The Switch
Okay.
OLED trade-in value is $175.
That's not good.
Just keep your Switch.
I don't know. I don't know where he
Yeah,
got
that's what I'm
aren't
doing.
bad from. That's not good.
That's what I'm doing. If that's the price, I'm keeping my
I
Switch.
mean, I could also say they aren't great.
Yeah.
Aren't bad compared to what?
That's kind of what we're all curious about.
They're like, oh, it could be worse. You could only get like $75 for it. Like,
Yeah,
They're not
Yeah.
bad
Need to be
compared to
chosen
how
to
it would rip you
everything
off
that we're
other
thinking.
ways.
what?
like I was
You guys
expecting
saying
aren't bad, maybe like the $250.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, that's what
would
I was
be-
thinking. Yeah.
Not bad to be like $250. That's
'cause it's-
abysmal.
the
They're
Switch
right.
OLED.
I don't know if it'd be $250 though. That's used. It's $300 new.
Well, the
isn't it?
Switch OLED is $350 new, if I'm not
What?
mistaken.
I thought it was
If I'm not-
$300.
If I'm not mistaken, it's $350.
Isn't the standard?
I'll before I sound stupid, let me double check that because maybe
Yeah.
in the last year the prices come down. That could be a thing.
Check it.
I'm gonna look this up. Switch OLED right now, Amazon.com, $339, $349,
$20 off.
$345. Walmart has one for $296. The prices just are all over the place. it looks like.
Technically it is not bad. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not stupid.
take-
You're just, crazy.
We take care of you at GameStop.
Yeah. This is madness. So the Switch trade-in value for the
And
base
remember,
Switch-
these are pristine trade-in values.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's best case scenario.
Better not have a chewed up, drifting Joy-Con, any of that. Oh,
madness.
you have to have all the equipment too.
Yeah.
Like the extras, the dock and all that. This is nuts.
I'll be
So
keeping
the
my
base-
OLED.
Base Switch $125 and the Switch Lite $100. Then Stealth finishes off the post saying, I have a spare original Switch, and if I'm too lazy to sell myself, I might do this. This is madness.
Don't be
Don't
too
be
lazy
that
to
too
sell.
lazy.
Yeah,
No.
don't be too lazy. Don't be too lazy to make a post on Facebook.
Yeah,
Don't
you
do
can make you can find someone willing to pay $250 for a Switch.
Yeah, especially in like
300 even.
literally just make a post on Facebook. Craigslist, whatever the hell you got to do, let go. I don't
Yeah.
care. Anything.
Like if anyone is selling a Switch for $175, I'll buy it.
Well, if someone's
don't
selling a
selling
Switch for $150, I'm assuming you need drugs. I'm assuming you need drugs and you need now.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if it's in good condition, man.
Yeah,
If
like
it's in good condition, something's wrong.
that's bad, dude.
Yeah. Like we need to go to my place so we can test it, to see if this thing powers on or something. Because it might be a scam, Ham. It might be a
Yeah,
scam.
probably.
No one's selling a Switch for $100.
That's hilarious. That's fun. That's GameStop though. That's GameStop.
Sapo says, why buy a Switch right now? Ham, would you buy a Switch right now? Do you think it's a waste of money to buy a Switch right now?
It's not a waste of money if that's what you play on mostly. But like I don't play on that mostly. So for me it would be. You
But
see what
I
I'm
would
saying? Like
disagree.
what's that?
I would disagree. I think the logic is opposite. It's
How?
opposite. Like for me, right? The Switch, if I bought a Switch right now, it wouldn't be my main platform, and I'd play it once in a while when I'm traveling or whatever, right? That's exactly why I should be looking for a Switch OLED that's being sold for about $200, 250.
Oh, well, I feel like you kind of didn't give me the whole question.
Sorry.
You just asked me if I would buy a Switch.
Sorry. It's because Sap was asking why buy a Switch. By the way, welcome in, Sap.
I thought you were talking about the Switch too.
No, the first Switch. Sap was saying why buy a Switch right now.
Oh,
Like,
I
you
don't
gotta-
know. Because there's a lot of people that don't care about next generation and shit like that.
Yeah, if
I
you
mean,
got
I'm
a
not
kid
one
or
of
What's your main
those.
platform?
There's a lot of people that really just want to get a device to be able to play. Like my buddy Justin, I went on the trip with. I took my Steam Deck with me, and I let him use my Switch. He played the Switch like anytime that we weren't doing anything like wild on the trip, or we're going to bed, or we're traveling between places. He'd be playing on the
Attention
Switch.
intensive.
Yeah, he'd be playing on the Switch, and then he asked me, he's like, "How much are one of those new?" And I told him, and he's like, "I might have to check Facebook and see how much those cost." There it is.
Yeah.
There it is, right there. I told him, I was like, "If you really want it, I'll give you mine for," because I have two of them, and I don't play one of them, and the other
You've
one I
never
let my
offered to
daughter
give me
use.
your Switch.
I want to be able to keep at least one of them because I don't want to get rid of a generation again.
You've never offered to buy me a Switch, Ham.
Why is this always about you?
Because I don't have a Switch.
Then buy one. You got a PlayStation, you got an Xbox, you got a PC, and
I'm a random African that lives in a third world
Well,
country.
tell you what, Luke. I mean, we're streaming, so you can be careful what you say. But you got to switch. You got to switch. Okay? So,
All right.
we're not talking about guns.
yeah. I mean,
Actually, ironically, we'd be safer if we're talking about guns right now.
that's pretty sad, but true. Probably.
Probably. In the terms of things being legal.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sapo says, but you're wasting your money, Loke. The battery life on an old Switch is barely an hour. Is that for real?
Dude, I couldn't even tell you. Because, like, I mean, I remember one time playing my Switch, the whole, like, it's all of its battery life. And I've only done that once. And that was with Skyrim. And I guess Skyrim might not be the best example because it's kind of an old game. But, like,
Uh-huh.
I got probably 2.5, 3 hours out of it. Maybe more. Could be more. I don't
If
know
I
what it
can't
would
make it
be.
on a flight for 2 hours, then what's the point?
Here's the thing, look. Don't get a Switch. You should be I mean, unless you really, really, really want to play Nintendo games, you should be getting a Steam Deck, an ROG Ally, a Lenovo, whatever the hell. You shouldn't be getting a Switch
Or a Portal.
or a Portal. Yeah.
No, I'm good. Elemental Hero.
You really want to test out that That Texas internet you got?
You leave Texas out of this, Ham. You leave the great state of Texas out of this discussion.
Oh,
Your
damn it.
battery just died, for your camera.
Yep.
Elemental Hero says, I think I heard the same thing on the Switch too. Okay, so Matt, you would not buy a Switch,
Well, I already have a Switch, but if I didn't have one,
yeah?
I mean, honestly, probably I would to play Metroid Prime 4. But to,
Would you
to
sell me? Would you sell me your Switch, Matt,
no,
at a
no,
friendly price?
no,
You're not gonna sell me a Switch?
because I want to. I'm like Ham. I've spent my whole life getting rid of consoles that I don't use anymore. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not doing that.
You're
I'm not
done with
going to
me.
keep. I'm going to keep all as like a catalog of all the things I've gotten. I'm going to start keeping the things I have.
All right, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Wait, so the Lakers don't play today? They play tomorrow.
Fridays are
I
good. We
was
don't need to have our Fridays ruined with that.
whatever,
Eh,
man.
Right.
So
Whatever.
let them play on Saturday. I hope it's like a noon game. I hope they start at like 11:30 a.m.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
I
I
hope.
don't know what time it is for you guys, but here in Mozambique, it starts at 2:30 a.m.
There you go.
What is that in real world time? What's
Oh,
that?
buzz off, dude. I don't know. Just search 2:30 a.m. Central African time
It's
versus
like
your time. That's it.
8:30.
Gonna have to open my Christian clock here.
Christian clock.
Yeah.
Game on your phone. No, you have to sell. Keep the economy rolling. Yeah, Matt, you need to sell the Switch to keep the economy rolling. Rachel's right.
Right? It's my
Rachel's
duty.
right.
It's my
Cozy,
duty
Sapo,
as an American.
Cozy, Sapo asked something. He says, is there any value in buying a Switch right now? Switch One. You are muted. You are muted, Cozy.
Absolutely. That's
There you
the
Okay,
value
just
of
let
go.
the
us know.
Switch. It's sort of like this weird thing. People like it's a very modern thing to be like, oh, throw away
It's
the
not
old
new.
electronics once you have the new electronics because the old electronics are worthless. But that's not true. There's like the games available on the Switch are definitely worth playing on the Switch if you don't want to spend money on a Switch 2, but you have Switch funds. They're definitely worth paying for a Switch. This idea that I just need the latest and greatest. I was playing an SNES and a Game Gear and a Game Boy well into like the latter part of the 2000s.
Yeah, if it still has value, you might as well go through and keep it. All right. So
Really?
let's move on to yeah. The bird knows that you're only here because we like the bird. Moving on. This week, earlier on in the week, we got some leaks for the Oblivion remake. It seems we're getting information on this game from everyone but Xbox and Bethesda.
Well, that's not true.
You, did Bethesda confirm that it's coming out?
No, Xbox support did.
Did they? What they say?
Did you see the screenshots of the DMs of people like messaging
I
Xbox support? I'll,
I
f-
know I
I'll,
did.
I'll I'll find it. I'll find it on Reddit real quick. But
All right, all right.
there's some DMs of people saying, "Hey, is Oblivion Remastered going to be available on cloud gaming?" And this is obviously
Yeah.
before it's been confirmed by anybody.
Uh-huh.
And Xbox support is like, Oblivion Remastered will be available for cloud gaming with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And then someone else asked, when will Oblivion Remastered be available for cloud gaming with Xbox Game Pass
There you
Ultimate?
go.
And
Look, I put it in the chat or
they said
in the DMs.
All right,
and
all
they
right.
said April 21st. So
The day
What?
after Player Obscure, isn't it?
Obscure is the 19th? It's literally tomorrow. Jesus.
Yep.
Thanks.
People. Wait, Clear Obscure is tomorrow?
No, it's not.
Is it not? I thought it was the 19th.
No, I don't think
Is it
so.
the 20th?
Today's the 18th. No?
Today is the 18th. Claire Obscure release date. I swear I thought it was the 19th.
No, no, wait. Clear Obscure is not today. It can't be today.
April
Hold on.
24th. Oh, dude, if it's the 24th, then
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's fucked. I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm sorry. Because
Why is
if,
it
dude,
fun?
if Oblivion comes out on the 21st, I'm not
Yeah?
playing anything else until Doom. So that's the way that's going to work.
I mean,
These are the effects of Game Pass, in my opinion.
Game Pass is bad. They need to get rid of it.
I mean, they would
Well,
both
they're
be in
both
Game.
in Game Pass.
Exactly. They would both be in Game Pass.
You just stuck at a fork in the road.
Exactly. This is another consequence of Game Pass.
Where do I want to put 50 hours in first?
There you go. Here's 24 hours, right? That the planet gives you. But also, in like a 3-day gap, here's 2 banger RPGs. That's a you problem. We don't care about your mental well-being. Just sort it out, Ham. Sort it out. That's what Game Pass is to me. That's what it feels like. This is an abusive relationship. We're paying to be drowned in video games. That's what's happening. But yeah, to Matt's point here, someone did send the DMs to support, and they said
Yikes.
Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered is set to release April 21st, 2025. It is confirmed to be a day one launch title on Xbox Game Pass, which strongly suggests that it will be available for cloud gaming through Xbox Cloud Gaming. Okay, so strongly suggests, not
Oopsie.
confirmed.
Oops. Didn't they come out? Didn't Xbox support come out and say, "Oops, guys, we're sorry. We can't confirm that now."
Sorry.
Our
We're
bad.
sorry. We're
sorry.
Lying.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly, Cozy. That one. The one from South Park. Anyways, so yeah.
Sorry.
First look at Oblivion leaks. The TLDR is Virtuos Games accidentally uploaded several Oblivion remake screenshots to its website, along with key art and snapshots from the trailer. Including these assets is the PS5 logo, seemingly confirming that it won't be an Xbox exclusive. It's also called the Oblivion Remaster, despite reportedly being developed in Unreal Engine 5. Ham Solo, thoughts on this leak?
Yeah, to me, it's still. I mean, I know a lot of people are 100% with it, but I'm still calling it a leak until it's officially announced.
Confirmed.
I personally don't think it's actually coming out on Monday, but if it does, then I'm playing it. Like, I don't lose.
No.
I don't lose. I just don't think it's coming out on Monday because it's just like I figured that like I was thinking maybe they'd announce it on Friday, right, officially, and then here it comes on Monday. But they didn't do that even. Could they shadow drop it? Sure, that would be cool, right? But I don't know. I feel like
Is it still shadow if everyone's expecting it, Ham?
Yeah, that part too. It still is though, because I mean, just because a few people know about, or a lot of people at this point know about it, right? It still doesn't mean everybody knows, right? Yeah. So there's a ton of people that have Xboxes and PCs and whatever that are going to turn on their console and see that something's available that wasn't.
People that aren't keeping track. I have a hot take on this one, guys.
That's what I'm thinking.
Kinda. I'm upset that they weren't able to keep this a secret.
Well, it's not what I was thinking.
No, I'm upset. I think we missed out on a big surprise, and I think it would have been fun. It would have been fun to randomly be like, "Oh my god, guys! Oh my god, look what just happened!" and
No.
someone made a mistake. Obviously, they didn't get hacked, right? Someone made a mistake, and because of that, we're getting this. For me, I feel a bit robbed of like the hype and the excitement, the giddiness that we would all have if it just happened randomly. And yeah, it's you can install it right now. Go and play it. Press install right now. Go 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 go. Like we had with Hi-Fi Rush. I think I feel robbed.
Mhm.
That's my hot take. Sir X-Man, thank you
I
so much.
I kind of agree
for-
with you, actually, Loke. I actually kind of
Oh,
agree with you because it's just like, well, we
it's
got
not hot.
robbed of it being a shadow drop, and now if they are to announce it that it's coming that day, then it's like cool. But
Yeah,
then it's like, man, you could have just advertised it at that point.
exactly.
So to that point, and I don't know that I entirely buy. In fact, I don't think I do buy it. But people have made some arguments that do make sense. That this is the advertising for the game because
Oh,
the Reddit accounts that posted the images only
yeah.
had one post, and it was that post, both accounts.
It could be.
So
It could be a
so
very
It's also
sneaky
creative.
way of advertising.
so and then as soon as those were posted, like within a minute, the site went down. So they like people are saying it's almost as if they
Oh,
knew that would happen, and then they took the site down. So
That's a
I mean, I don't know that I buy it entirely, but if it were to come out at some point that this was all just advertising, I wouldn't be like I'd believe it. I'd be able to believe it.
I would say it's bad advertising. That's what I would say.
It's
Six
really
months
it's really great advertising because
is talking
everybody
about it.
is talking about Oblivion. That's
True,
great
true,
advertising
true, true.
if it is advertising.
Yeah. So X-Men, thank you so much for 21 months of paid membership. That's a kind reminder, little nudge to everyone. Memberships alive. It's $1 a month. All the money goes to me getting my green card so I can finally go to Texas for real. That's an inside joke.
Don't
I
go
don't
to
actually.
Texas. They'll just send you back.
Not if I'm legal, Cozy.
They'll just send you back to Austin.
They'll send you to Ecuador.
No, they'll send them right back to Austin
Or is
where
it
he
El
came from.
Salvador?
Salvador. El Salvador, Cozy.
Same
So
thing.
X-Men says, so X-Men with the member chat says, Logo, stop being fake news. Stop being
Look, how's
IGN.
your
My
Spanish?
God, my Spanish.
Mm-hmm. My funny. When they
That's messed up, Cozy.
send you to El
That's
Salvador.
that's messed up, Cozy. So X-Men, you could not pay me a bigger gaming compliment than saying that I am IGN. So for that, I thank you, and I
It's
pray that we
terrible at playing
continue.
games. You're
I
awful. You're awful at
I
playing
hope.
games like the Outer Worlds 2 and Doom.
Listen, that was
And
one. That was one journalist. That was not the entire IGN
Outer
crew.
Worlds 2, Doom Eternal. Literally, like there's like every game that comes out that involves some sort of coordination, IGN just looks like a fucking fool. They just look awful.
You're like, oh, like those commercials,
It's
like
like
where they don't know
the
how to use the controller, and
it's
then
like
with
they're
the
playing with their
controller.
forehead.
It's like
It's
no, it's like those commercials, those infomercials where they used to advertise a product, and they used to make
yes.
the people, they'd be like, "Are you struggling to play a game?" And they'll be like, "This."
You must work
Just
at IGN.
Yeah,
just fucking
they're
flopping the
eligible for a
controller all
position.
around.
Quick correction: memberships are $2 a pop. Flights to from Mozambique are very expensive, y'all. Uh, but yeah, thanks, Sir X-Man, for associating me with IGN. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Sapo says, stop playing. You're already in Texas.
Right?
All right.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Okay, let's get back to gaming. Ham, are you interested in Oblivion? And do you think, since they showed the PS5 logo, do you think this is going to sell on PS5? And what, like, how, more or less, how much? How many copies? Sorry. You're muted. You're muted. Huh?
I was saying I don't know how many fucking copies they're gonna sell, but they got like
More or
I
less, more or
think
less. Not exactly, just more or less.
I
We're
don't
talking about
know.
like
I don't even know
sub
what. Yeah,
5 million.
I
Not
don't know.
even okay. No idea.
I don't. I have no idea what it could
All
sell.
right.
But I think that it'll hit the nostalgia feels to a lot of people, like it is for like Matt. For a game like this, for me, I want to play it, but once Clear Obscure comes out, I'm playing that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. How about the movie?
And once that's over, I'll go back to Oblivion because I know Oblivion's gonna be a long game.
It's 100 hours, bro.
And Clair Obscure is supposed to be 30 hours
30
of
hours.
main story and 30 hours of extra other stuff that you
30
could
hours of
do.
extra? You're
So
30 extra hours.
so I mean that's quite a bit of game too, but I feel like I will get done with Clair Obscure in a reasonable amount of time compared to Oblivion. In Oblivion, I feel like I can play that game on and off throughout the rest of the year.
Rest of your life.
Ham, do you know?
I mean, Cozy, you ain't wrong. I probably could, but like realistically, I'll probably play it throughout the rest of the year up until like Fable comes out. Right? It'll be like the RPG that I play when I'm not playing GTA or something else. Right? It'll be like my relaxed,
Your Baldur's Gate?
over-leveled character that I use.
You're bald.
Is this your Baldur's Gate 3?
I mean, to me, the game like this is more interesting than Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Ham, you were talking about getting through the game, 30 hours here, 30 hours there, 100 hours over there. Do you not feel concerned at any point that you and other gamers, I'm assuming even everyone else on the panel, including myself, that we make so many decisions on what we're going to play based off of how long it's going to take us to get through it instead of just focusing on the greatness that might await inside?
Well, yeah. I mean, you initially plan out what you think's gonna happen, and then when something happens, it happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's been times where I thought I was gonna put, oh yeah, there's this game's supposed to be about 40 hours. I pick it up, and I'm like, this game is ass. It got 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I pick up a game and then I'm like, oh, this game is like Stalker 2, for instance. For me, I picked up that game, I beat it for how I spent probably the around the allotted time that it takes to beat the game to beat it the first time. Maybe I spent a little bit more time, right? But I had no idea that I was gonna, after beating it, beat it a second time. And then I downloaded it again here just under a month ago, and I've been playing it again. So I mean, I couldn't have told you I was going to do that before the game came out.
But you could have.
I mean, yeah, you're right, Cozy. I could have randomly made a statement saying that I'm gonna be playing this game again in April. Like I could have, but I didn't.
You did not foresee it.
No, so like I'm just telling you what I expect. I'm not telling you what's gonna happen.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. Fair enough. Matt, Oblivion. What is that, Cozy? What are we eating today?
Yes.
What's that?
Marshmallows.
I don't know. Marshmallows. That's small.
They come in small. This is not a
Those
marshmallow.
are
This is a chunk of cheese.
what type of cheese?
Mozzarella.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it tastes really good with marshmallow.
I thought I had wild mixtures. I thought I made wild mixtures, but that's amazing. Ron Slasher says, "What's this Oblivion thingy about?" It's about a game. It's about a game. So X-Men throwing in some heat. At least that remake is a 20-year one and not every year remake like PlayStation. Yeah, man, it is what it is. I'm gonna try and play both, but I expect to just get stuck in oblivion, says Fuzzy. Matt,
Yo,
Clay Obscure or Oblivion,
this isn't
and
close.
also thoughts on the question that I posed there about like making decisions on games and weighing in how long it takes to beat the games
Hmm.
versus the the quality of the game from the trailer that you saw.
This is so. First question, it's not close. It's Oblivion. I'll play Clear Obscure whenever I play it.
Damn. So
And
clear
then
is
again,
not a
it's
it's not a priority for you.
well. Here's the thing. I was excited for Clear Obscure, and I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna play it day one.
Mm-hmm.
But if Oblivion releases before Clear Obscure, 3 days before Clear Obscure, I'm not
That's
gonna play
it.
Clear Obscure. I'll
Damn.
play it when I play it. And the thing is, maybe that means I don't get to it. Maybe it leaves Game Pass before I get to it. In which case, then I'll have to probably buy it on sale when it leaves Game Pass. But and I guess that leads into your next question, which I forget how you posed it, but it's like, am I gonna play like because of
No, are
everything
you
that releases?
concerned? No, I'm saying
Yeah,
because video games is about, at least in my view, video games is about the playing the game and experiencing the universe, the mechanics in the game, right?
yeah,
What if it's about family?
It, that's also part of the
Fast and
universe because
Furious.
it's part of the universe in the game. Is there no concern that we might be giving too much attention or credence or weight to how long it takes to get through the game instead of just focusing on playing the game?
I think that might be a problem for some people.
For you, it's not a
For,
problem.
for me, if I'm enjoying a game, again, it doesn't happen often. I can, in fact, like I'm trying to think. The last game that I sat down front to back and finished, I couldn't play anything but it, was Avowed. And before that, it was probably Veilguard. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was probably Veilguard. So like,
Real guy.
it's maybe once or twice a year where that is a thing. I can't do anything but play that game. So like, I guess maybe I have that problem, but that's also, it's not like a, oh, this game doesn't have any worth to me kind of problem. It's I have crippling ADHD and I can't do one thing at a time for more than 30 minutes. That's
Mm,
it's not nothing to do with the game. So, but when I find a game that I'm really into, that I can't wait to play, that I'm always thinking about,
yeah.
it's never an issue. I'm experiencing all of the game, and then when I'm done with that, then I can move on to whatever's next. I don't feel any pressure to like, for example, we're talking about Clair Obscur and Oblivion. I don't feel any pressure to like, oh, I gotta cram everything I can into the 3 days with Oblivion so I can
Yeah.
play Clair Obscur. I don't feel that pressure at all.
You're not under pressure.
Not even a little bit when it comes to that.
He good. He good. Jax82, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says I find it sometimes I start a game and never get back to it, or I find another game that takes up my time. Yeah, yeah, that does happen often. That's how the backlog gets built up. So Expan says he just wants his horse armor. Matt, in the name of tradition,
Yo.
in the name of culture, will you be buying the horse armor in Oblivion if they make it
Oh,
if they sell it?
well, the thing is, they are selling it, as far as we know, as part of the deluxe edition. And to answer that question, I will be getting the
Yes.
deluxe edition.
That's yes. That's a yes.
So,
All right.
yes.
All right. Blind Giant Mahalo, welcome in. Has a question for you, Matt.
Yo.
Says, damn, how'd y'all get Morpheus on today? Talk about Oblivion, LO.
He could be talking about you.
No, Morpheus is you.
I,
Those
Morpheus
shades.
is Morpheus is darker than me.
Yeah, Morpheus is also bald. All right, all right.
I'm
Blind.
bald. You're
Who's
bald.
Morpheus? I'm not bald. I am not bald.
Woke, shut up and quit saying you're not bald.
Loke,
Don't do that.
in the words of the frozen chick,
Don't do
let it
that.
go. Let
No,
it
no.
go.
Matt,
You are bald. Look,
Matt.
if I grow my hair out, I can sit here and tell you I'm not bald either. But I am.
Dude,
But I
I am
am.
like Stephen A. Smith. I am going to fight until the last day. I don't even
Jeez.
care, bro.
Just
I
Let
don't
it
black and
even
blue.
care.
go.
Bruised
I
up.
can't hold back
Got the
anymore.
Morpheus
shit beat
likes
out of him.
games. Morpheus likes games. I told you. Those shades, they remind him of the Matrix. Ham, you're muted, brother.
I take that as a
I was
compliment.
just laughing.
Oh, okay. Were you listening to us talking about my hairline?
Oh, we're
What
back at that
hairline?
again.
Okay, I
We
guess
were.
we're
This
not
looks
talking
like a
about that.
highway on
What
top of the.
hairline? That's the question.
Look,
God damn.
because Blind said y'all got Morpheus on the show today to talk about Oblivion. Obviously talking about me. And then I said he could be talking about you, Loke. And Loke said, I'm not bald. I said, buddy, you can have as much hair as you can grow your hair as much as you want. You're bald. Just like I can grow my hair out. I'm still bald.
I don't know.
It doesn't change
We
nothing.
have never seen your hair grow out, Matt. We don't know if this is true or not.
And you won't see it because I'm
'Cause
bald and I know I'm bald, bro.
He's got the dignity to accept
I've
his baldness.
I've accepted it. I've moved
Look,
on.
just one embrace.
Embrace
You
it.
will-
Let it go.
Ham, I already said this. I am like Stephen A. Smith. I will fight until the last man, until the
You have
last follicle.
you have the male equivalent, like you have the black person equivalent of like when the guy does the comb over, and we all know.
I don't care. Like at all. At all, Cozy.
I got the
Well, God
longest
bless.
hair on the podcast. Let's go.
Uh Cozy,
Yeah.
are you oh no. Hold on, before we go to Cozy, Ham, are you gonna buy the horse armor in Oblivion? In the name
I'm not
of
gonna even
tradition.
buy it. I'm not buying the game either.
Oh, Game Pass.
That's all. That's the
Well,
only way I'm playing it.
he's gonna have the horse armor because I'm gonna buy it.
There you
Deluxe
go.
Oh,
edition.
it's a game
So,
sharing. You guys are game sharing. Alright, alright.
yep.
Yeah.
Cozy.
See, this is a Matt pickup right here. This isn't a
Yeah.
ham pickup.
Certified.
Split
Banger.
Fiction was a ham pickup.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
Oh
god!
man, Reezy just killed you.
Oh my god!
Ouch.
Dude, man down! Man
Oh,
down!
that man's hair is an immigrant. That man's-
Try deporting my hair. Try
Oh.
deporting my hair. Good luck.
Fucking Mr. Worldwide over here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back to the games. All right. Cozy,
yes.
Oblivion or Clear Obscure.
Mm.
If they maintain the same release schedule, that they'll be close to each other. So, which one are you picking
Well,
on Game Pass?
Claire Obscure would be the more important. Would be the one that I'm playing because I don't really have any interest in Oblivion. Sorry, Matt.
That's fine.
That's fine. All right, Clear Obscure day one. All right, and Hosama, are you down?
She
Why-
just said she doesn't have
I'm not even
interest.
playing the game.
Oh,
Why-
damn! Sorry. My bad.
Why would I touch the horse armor?
All right. So about the time versus what's in the game question. How do you feel about that?
I think it's been long enough. You can't even for the game that you can't even be like, oh man, like Matt, you've played it,
I have played Oblivion.
haven't you? Have you played it?
I played a very little bit, just like the beginning.
In back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, or have you played it recently?
Oh no, I
In
haven't.
the last how many years? When did it come out? A long time ago. It's an
It
old
was a
game.
launch
Back
title.
in, like,
It was
the
a launch
360
title.
generation.
It
Yeah.
was a launch title
2001.
for 360.
Yeah, it's like a
Oh,
No,
okay,
20-year-old.
2006.
Oh
2005.
Jesus! I said 360.
It's a 20-year-old
Oh.
game. Like, it's sort of like one of those. It's okay to just have not played it and be like, oh yeah, I'm excited for that. People acting like
Oh, I
this game.
am excited to play it. I'm not playing it over Claire Obscure just for the fact that I know Claire Obscure will not take near as long. And you know one thing that I have a big problem with is a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. And then I'm fucking a mile and a half away from my fucking mission. That's my
Oh,
biggest problem. And if I'm playing Oblivion, I can guarantee you that's gonna happen.
yep.
I'm gonna be somewhere in the wrong neighborhood getting my ass repeatedly, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I can do it," and just keep trying. And then I'm be like, "Oh, maybe I should level up," and then I'm gonna do a couple side missions, then I'll do a main mission, then I'll be right back in the fucking same area I just was. You know what I mean? It's why it's why a game like Avowed took me like 80 hours because I'm not doing just main mission. I'm just
Doing everything.
looking. I'm just peeping hard.
Reading all the notes. Talking to
I'm
every
clicking on all
NPC.
the notes. I'm not reading them.
Oh, okay.
He can't read.
No. I will tell you that I did think South of Midnight cared about my time, and I did read
Yeah,
those.
because the notes.
I read the notes in South of Midnight because those were intriguing, and they had to do with the storyline.
And they were short as well.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not reading no book of no stuff that has to do with something I'm never gonna figure out. I'm
Avowed had legit pages in like a random book that you'll find. Like, yeah, 4 pages. Go ahead.
I can respect that because it's like, yo, this is your game and you're putting as much lore as you want in it. I can respect that. It's just like, unless it's my game, like this is like, like how Metal Gear is your game, right? Unless it's my game, I'm probably never gonna read that.
Yeah. Or for me, okay. So Ham, which game would you read all the lore? Which game would you read all the lore if they had as much lore as Avowed?
Ooh, I don't know, man. I mean, Obsidian doesn't fuck around with lore.
They don't. That's their thing. Their bread and butter is like, how lorific can I make this game?
But what I want to know from you is like, what franchise would you look at and be like, yeah, dude, I would gobble up every piece of lore. Okay, I'll come
if
back
they
to
brought
you.
back, if
Okay.
if they decided to remaster the Warriors, I'd read all that lore.
The Warriors.
Yeah, that game was phenomenal.
Play.
Okay.
Like something like that. Like let me use an example of a game that's like actually out or like more recent that I like really enjoyed.
All right, I'll give you a minute, Ham.
Yeah, give me a minute
Davies,
to think on that, please.
all right. Voidlock welcome in says it's already deported. All right. Dairies says, I said this out of love. You're such a good friend. Dude, Dairies, I need you to not pull the punches, right? I need you to go deeper. I need you to give me the full thrust. Give me everything you got, Dairies.
Yo! What are you doing?
No, I'm talking about
No,
making
it
fun
doesn't
of me.
matter, Loke. It's what you said, buddy.
God damn it.
Stop with what you meant. It doesn't matter what you meant. It's
That's
what you said.
You guys have your mind in the gutter. Matt,
We have our mind in our gutter, and
you're
you're like actively talking about.
Right. You're talking
Matt,
about
did you make the
Kojima's
same
ass
conclusion?
and thrusting.
No, that's not what I said. No, Dairy, look at what Dairy said, right? Dairy, he ripped me a new one, right? With that joke about
He ripped you a new
my
one.
Sounds like it.
forehead.
Sounds like it.
With my forehead, right? And then he says,
Yeah.
I said this out of love. You're such a good sport, look, LOL. So I'm saying, no, dude, don't punch me and then step back. Give me everything. Give me more. That's all I'm saying. And you guys are
Wow,
going all
you
the way
want
to the
more?
gutter.
Give me.
All of it, Cozy. I want
Oh, you
more.
want
I
all of
want more.
it.
You know what? I figured it
Um,
out. Look,
let's go.
a game that I'd read a lot of lore in, just because the world is so fucking chaotic and nuts.
Yeah.
It's probably Gears.
Have you read the books?
No, I didn't even know they had books.
Mhm.
5. There's 5 books, bro.
Yo, I need to figure out if they got audiobooks for that. That sounds amazing.
Yep.
Check out your
And they didn't
nearest
half-ass them.
library.
They didn't half-ass them. There's audiobooks and they didn't half-ass them, man. It's
I'm
like
looking that up
award
right
winning.
now.
These books have won awards, Ham. The shit's good. It's really good.
You gotta go to the library.
Fuzzy Tomato says, I read gotta go to the library. I read a shitload of Cyberpunk and Starfield lore and you that you'd find in the game. Fuzzy, 1,000,000%. Especially Cyberpunk for me. I read all of those shards. Raichi says Dishonored. Interesting choice.
Ooh. Well,
Would you agree, Matt?
I was. Here's the thing, because you asked him, and I was thinking, what would
Okay.
I do that for?
Mhm.
Dishonored immediately came to my mind, but I wanted to go for something. That's a good choice. I wanted to go for something that isn't out yet, that I'm assuming I will be reading a lot of lore in, and that is Marvel's Blade.
Marvel's Blade.
I'll,
Okay.
Are you gonna get that
I'll,
game for real?
I'll
That's
be
gonna be
down
good.
for that.
That's gonna be good.
I will be
Yeah.
down for that.
Marvel's Blade. Cozy.
Yeah.
What video game with tons of lore, like Avowed, would you actually go through and read the lore because you're so in love with that universe? Which video game?
That's like not fair because you said like Avowed, and then I
I'm talking
feel
about in
like
quantity. I'm talking about quantity.
well Avowed the entire universe. Pillars of Eternity exist.
All right. Besides Avowed and Pillars of Eternity, Cozy, pick one.
Wait, so you're saying besides the game I picked, you didn't put
Yes.
stipulations on what game I could pick until I picked the game. You
That's
third burglar.
lazy. That's lazy, Cozy. Come on.
What book would you recommend to go at first?
I'll send you the correct order that you should read them in.
I'm guessing Espo Fields.
As for Field, yes.
Mass Effect.
Oh fuck. Cozy
That's a
coming
good
in
one too.
clutch. Coming in clutch. All right. That's fine. That's a good choice, Cozy.
Rex Man says, I repeat, Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah, he did say it. Yeah, mine would be Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah.
It's not
Star
bad.
Wars is always solid.
Knights.
Star Wars.
You know
Hey!
what would be a pretty good one?
Carlo is here. Yeah.
Plague
Woohoo!
Tale.
A what?
Dude,
A
Plague
Plague
Tale.
Tale.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yes. Plague Tale would be awesome.
That world is fucked.
Just to like,
Yep.
I'd almost like to. I mean, I know I'm getting off course, but like an audio book of Amicia's like lifestyle growing up and stuff like that. Like what led her, like how she got to be as good before she got thrusted into the role of taking care of her brother. Like, what was that like? Because I remember, she was in the house. Her brother was sick. Mama was, Mama let take bro out to go figure out what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, it would have been nice to have just a little bit of before, a little bit more, because the game starts out quick.
I'd like to find out how. The first one is how her relationship was with Hugo when he was born, because that's always fun. when the second child is born, and then the first child has to adjust, and then how she got to be brave
By listening to
because a lot. Sorry,
I was gonna say by listening to Sarah Bareilles.
right? Because a child her age, Matt, Ham, Cozy, you guys played the first Plague Tale. A
No.
child her age
Yes.
in that situation, by all rights, should be freezing.
How old is she?
Like
Was she like
12
16 in that?
in
She's
the
not
first one.
12. She's not 12 in the first one. No, she can't be. She
Really?
gotta be. She's either, yeah, she's like 16 or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gotta
she's
be like
like
15,
practically
16.
she's an adult in the olden times.
Oh, Cozy, stop it.
No, even if she was like 13, she'd be like a girl. She'd be practically an adult in that time.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure she was around 12, 13
I don't,
in the first one.
I don't think she was.
I think
If she was, then that's impressive
you
because I
can't
like.
you can't look at things through a modern lens. For example, my grandmother, who was
Okay.
born in 1924, oldest daughter, she was like already met the chief kid wrangler, and her mom was one of those fainty dainty women. So she just like would be like, "Are you for real?" And
She was
just was like an
15.
adult. Yeah, 15's old enough for that
Nailed
sort
it.
of like.
Well, I said 16, but close enough.
Close enough.
15. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Who here at 15 is ready to do what she did at 15?
But
No.
who here's lived in a rat plague? None of us.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, all right.
you can't be
Fair
like
enough.
modern expectations on
Exactly.
like someone living in that time because a
In the
15-year-old.
Middle Ages.
I mean, even like 20 years ago, 15-year-olds were vastly different people. Like nowadays, I probably wouldn't even leave a 15-year-old at home alone.
Also, to Cozy's
Damn.
point,
Not
15
Home
back
Alone,
then, that's like half your life back then.
It wasn't half your life, but you were already responsible for things.
No,
Like-
no. Life expectancy was 29, 30 back then.
No, that's because that life expectancy is like calculates the averages, and a lot of that was actually skewed by children dying. Very like it was rare that kids made it to 5, but once you made it, you made it.
Once the virus caught on, couldn't
Yeah,
be
no.
killed.
Once you made it past like early childhood, you were likely to survive.
4GQ TV, welcome in, Carlos, says Loke looks like he just got off the set of Top Gun 3 for the Eagle. Oh, not for the Eagles, dude.
I am
You know I
here
hate
for
the
the
Eagles.
Loke slander. I don't care.
Welcome in, Infinite Umbra says, what's up, panel? What's happening?
What's good?
Umbra.
Yeah, Umbra rocked up here. Misia is literally female David, says Rachie. So X-Men nailed it. I would love that. All right. So Cozy,
Yes.
we need to move on. Pick the gaming franchise besides Avowed and Pillars of Eternity that you would read the hell out of their lore.
I guess it's fine to ignore anything I say.
What do you mean?
I said Mass Effect.
Oh yeah, my bad. I forgot. Completely forgot.
Well, I guess I don't matter.
That's not what I said. All right, now let's talk about Game Pass. Let's talk about the biggest problem in gaming, people. Xbox Game Pass.
Xbox has the games and the passes.
Yeah, it does. So here's the first angle. Rebellion CEO hails Xbox Game Pass as a huge success for indie hit Atomfall. Let's just get straight into the quotes. It's been a huge success, he said. Microsoft has been a fantastic partner to work with. They've really leaned into helping us. They brought their skills and their scale to bear on our small project, and it's done really, really well for us. Oh, sorry, really, really well for them. So they got a good deal. We got a good deal out of it as well. With Game Pass, you can get people to try. Then, as a result of those people trying it, they like it, and then tell their mates on social media, I found this on Game Pass. I really enjoyed it. You should have a go. And then some of them are on Game Pass and will play it, but some of them aren't on Game Pass and will also want to be a part of that conversation, so they'll go and buy it. At least that's our theory. We don't have the data in for that, but Chris and I both feel one of the biggest challenges for a company like us is discovery, and Game Pass has allowed for a lot of discovery for our game. Kingsley said there were other benefits to launching into Game Pass beyond discoverability, such as Microsoft's financial guarantees and the confidence booster its interest gave the team. And I quote, yes, it does mitigate risk because without going into details, he doesn't want to tell us exactly how much they were given. They guarantee you a certain level of income regardless of what it will sell for, Kingsley said. But it potentially has a knock on effect. Places like Xbox sales, for example, you could argue that all the hardcore are on Game Pass, and they're the ones that might buy a new IP like this. So therefore, are you cannibalizing one section of the audience? And I think perhaps yes, a little bit, but what you gain from the costs is disproportionate. Ham, what are your thoughts on the CEO of Atomfall saying it's been a huge success?
I mean, here it goes. Another developer saying that Xbox Game Pass isn't a big deal. It's actually good. It's actually kind of helpful. So, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say other than that. It just kind of is what it is. Like, people just don't know what they're talking about when they say, hey, this helps nobody, or this is bad for developers, or this yada, yada, yada. Like, people have different use cases for different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto wouldn't benefit from being on Game Pass. GTA 6 wouldn't benefit from being on Game Pass as much as Atomfall. Easily. There's a reason certain games launch day one in Game Pass. It's because they just have no good way, in their opinion. And I could be wrong, but anybody could be, right? But
yeah,
this is but in a lot of people's in a lot of people's heads, they're like, those that find value in putting their stuff on the Game Pass is like, hey, I want my game to be seen and I want it to be played regardless, right? And then Xbox has already said, hey, we'll give you a bag. So it's already done. Right? They essentially said, hey, I want my, JG Wentworth 877 cash now. That's what they fucking said. 877 cash now. Give me that fucking money right
now. You're gonna get that
now.
stuck in my head.
Yes, it is. I looked at you right as I said.
It's my money. When I need it.
You can't stop now. It's been activated.
Oh my goodness!
I know you want to finish
your game. It's your game, Cozy.
It's my game. Play it when I want it.
Trying to dodge.
No, because it's going through my head. My brain is all, I have an annuity, but I need cash now.
No.
Oh, JG Wentworth. 877 cash now. Even Loaf knows it.
I didn't even know this thing existed until Cozy started singing it all the damn time.
Because it is literally the greatest commercial ever invented.
It's very catchy.
It makes me think Xbox to be successful, Game Pass to be successful, because Xbox already do that. They need a good jingle.
Yes, especially if it's tied into Game Pass.
Man, a jingle? That's what went wrong in society. We don't get jingles anymore.
Thanks. Apo said Marathon is looking like a disaster. Gaming media crickets.
Actually, it's not crickets. I've seen gaming media defend and say people should not Marathon.
I think the problem is, I don't know how. I mean, I get it. that 7 billion or what was it 7 billion? How much?
What that they
How
paid
much
for?
Bungie.
I think it was 3.
3
I don't
billion.
think it was 7.
3
Yeah.
billion.
7 was
Was it 3
Yeah, I think
Bethesda.
it was 3.5 billion, and then they got like an extra like billion.
It
for
was
movie
the B word. It was definitely
Yeah.
a B word of some sort.
Yeah.
And
It's definitely.
I think that wasn't exactly where they screwed the pooch, but one of the things I am forever going to harp on this point. Like the fact that they canceled the Twisted Metal one.
Oh,
And
I
that
thought you were
could
gonna
have
say last.
sold so many skins, so many opportunities for playstyle, introducing new characters. I
Just proof
have
that
no
they're not
faith in
perfect.
any of their live services endeavors because that game could have sold itself. A Twisted Metal game, a battle royale Twisted Metal game that was actually like however many players, like 50 players battling out for the.
It's just proof that PlayStation are not perfect. So it is.
Look, did you see that? I'm pretty sure it's real, but did you see that Last of Us Factions video?
That it was canceled?
No, did you see the video?
There's a gameplay leak.
No.
Okay, I'll send it to you right now, bud.
Oh my god.
Because you seen Marathon what that looks like, and now you got to see what this looks like. And I tell you what,
Is it worse? What is
it
it? What is it?
is
It's
no,
better.
it is definitely not worse.
It's better.
Tragic. So something that looks good was canceled, and then
There you go. It's in the chat. Go ahead and throw it on the screen and piss everybody else off.
Alright.
I honestly don't think they
It's a
knew how
minute
to-
and 10 seconds long. So it's not like it's like 10 seconds or something like that. It's like a little showcase.
Pandemic. Mental flags. Hey, young Joel.
There were so
Oh,
many
yeah.
opportunities.
You know, there's probably a horde mode.
There could have been
Where
so
you
many
could-
opportunities for that just to be a great game.
It's literally it's just so funny because they're like, we want Concord to be Star Wars, but I mean, you already have an IP that has taken off as a video game and now as a TV show, and it's become a household name off of the TV show. You release a multiplayer game for it. It just seems like the next logical step. It just seems like the next logical step. And they said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to cancel it. And I just can't make sense of it. I just can't make sense of that.
This is tragic.
It's
And
like they're allergic to making money. I don't get it.
dude, you know what? That's the perfect explanation. It's like they're allergic to making money. This essentially it would just be taking the Last of Us Part 2 skin and movements of characters, finishes, etc., and then taking the game cycle of the original factions. That's all they had to do. Cozy, you would play that, yes?
Yeah. But I think the problem is not that
That'd be fun.
I wouldn't play it. It's that how are they going to monetize it? That's the big issue.
Just monetize it the way you usually monetize the game.
Seasons, skins, like I don't get it.
Yeah,
I think that was their
yeah.
problem. I'm gonna be honest. I think the problem was they didn't have a way to good monetization for the way based on the first factions, which is amazing, but it doesn't lend itself to heavily monetization.
To me, that is a poor ass excuse.
It's a poor one.
I honestly
every character
that are monetized that don't seemingly make sense in video games.
So what
in the games, and people will buy that shit.
What I was going to say is, it would honestly, I think it would have made a sense as part of The Last of Us 2, but I think it wouldn't work as a standalone game. And I think that's.
I would agree with that.
I think you could do both, though.
I agree with Loke on that. I think
I'm not going to
you
say
could make it free, and then you could make it. You could include it for anyone that played that bought The Last of Us Part 2.
I tell you what, I'd rather spend $40 on this than I would on that.
Yeah.
I just think that, to Cozy's point,
I'm not going to spend $40.
I'm not going to say they missed their chance, but to be real, their chance was launching this with Last of Us Part 2. Because that was everyone's expectation. Was, of course, it'll have a multiplayer. The first one had a multiplayer. They said it would have a multiplayer.
Yeah.
And then, like, a month or two before launch, you're like, actually, guys, we got to push it back just a little bit. Don't worry. Just a little bit.
And worse, we're not canceling it.
Yeah, it's not going to be canceled. We're just making it a little bit better. It'll be there in a couple months. That was in 2020. It's 2025. The game, the new standalone game is canceled. You missed your chance.
It's just been a couple of months.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you could have just released. You had the gameplay nailed down. Last of Us 2, whether you like the game or not, the gameplay for Last of Us Part 2 was fucking great. They had the gameplay. All you had to do was make it multiplayer, and for whatever reason, they just went on this huge ass detour of trying to make it this big standalone thing when it was just not necessary. And now you wasted a bunch of money developing something that you could have just thrown into the fucking game.
And then you launched Concord for the love. I mean, come on, guys.
It's goofy.
How do you
allergies?
Concord?
I mean,
so many. I mean, you could have put some of the characters behind a paywall. I just don't understand it.
No, Ham. You could have, dude. Can you think of all the zombie franchises in the world? Like The Walking Dead, you could already just go talk to The Walking Dead and be like, all right, we're gonna need Negan, Rick, a whole bunch of these guys, Daryl.
Yeah, there's plenty of zombie shows that you could implement people in from.
That's before we start talking about bring Nicki Minaj in, bring in Captain Price.
Yep.
And all these other characters. Bring in Kratos. Imagine Kratos surviving in the post-apocalyptic. Come on.
You know what the problem probably was?
Young Kratos running around? That'd be nuts.
You know what the problem probably was? Is because this was directly, like, this was Naughty Dog working on this. I think that Neil Druckmann probably didn't want it to devolve to that, which is unfortunate because if you're going to make that kind of game,
that's what it needs to become.
It needs to be that. I just saw.
You think you want to maintain the purity of The Last of Us?
Exactly. I just saw.
That's such a Druckmann thing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think it was. It could have been Neil Druckmann being like, I don't want to have to deal with that.
I kind of.
And agree. I just saw a fucking interview with Activision. We'll just say Activision because there's so many different Call of Duty studios. But talking about like somebody was saying like, yeah, I don't love the fact that we have a Nicki Minaj skin. I don't love the fact that we're putting anybody and everybody into our game.
Snoop Dogg in there.
But it's like, But at the end of the day, we like money. It's nice to be able to keep the game up and going. Like we're
Yep.
gonna make our money.
Here's the stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I think Neil Druckmann. I could see Neil Druckmann having a problem being like, "Nah,
It's not
we're
art.
not." Exactly, it's not art. We're not gonna do that. And then Sony being like, "Well, then, fuck you guys. It's canceled." Then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean the uncertainty definitely scared the shit out of them, right? And they don't want, and I'm sure Neil looked at it and was like, I don't want anything that has The Last of Us on it to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So it just
100%.
stopped right there. And then on top of it, they would have had to invest more money to keep the multiplayer up and running, and then have to figure out ways to monetize it. I think they could have did it, but they tucked their tails and ran.
Yes.
I don't say they couldn't have done it. I think it should have been tacked on, and I think that was the
Right.
ultimate death
I agree
knell.
with that.
I think they should have honestly just kept factions from the first one open. They
Yeah.
should have just kept the first factions open. They should have brought it back for the Last of Us Part 1 remake, and then just let it ride and see how it goes, and then make another one based on how well the reception was based off of that.
Yes.
Simple.
Yeah. And then
That's
transition
actually a
the
really good
players
idea.
from factions 1 to factions 2. In fact,
You can even call it a
Factions 1
technical test.
dude, factions 1 could just be a standalone thing, and then they'll just update it with these mechanics and graphics,
Yes.
and just call it factions 2.
They
Doesn't
could
even have to
they
be called The
really-
Last of Us 2. You could just call it factions 2.
I just call it factions, and then you update it as you please. If you find out that from the first one that there's not a lot of people who are interested, then you don't have to update it. You don't have to update it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. But if people are interested, then you can update it, put more stuff in there, and keep people playing. But
And pay as well.
For
Yeah.
the payers.
Yeah. Especially on PlayStation. I mean,
I'm super
Maybe-
surprised that Factions 1 just isn't around. Like, that's crazy to me.
it's
Like,
disappointing.
I
'cause
understood you
missed
got
out.
rid of Uncharted, but Factions is something I don't really understand. That they got rid of. Especially seeing that they're still like making a show and stuff off of it. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with Cozy as well. Like, you're in the middle of making fucking Twisted Metal. What are you doing? Why isn't something like that available to play? Like, even if it's an old one remastered, like, that shit should be out there.
I think the Twisted Metal, though, they could have easily made it Battle Royale, a modern Battle Royale game. They wouldn't have had to, and then they could have just collaborated. Okay, what initial skins are we going to launch with? And that would have been the hard decision.
Twisted Metal Black remake with the ambitions of making a new Twisted Metal in the future that's going to be either free to play or some sort of $40, whatever the fuck.
It should
Right?
have been ready to go with the show.
I just feel like something. Yeah, I just feel like something should be going hand in hand with this show, and it's just with Twisted Metal, and it's not. The hand in hand thing that's going with The Last of Us, I felt like was just a money grab. It didn't include anything new, just a money grab.
Yeah, I know.
Here's some more graphics.
With
That's it.
Twisted Metal, what makes it wild is Twisted Metal can exist within a niche that doesn't. There aren't really car combat games.
Destruction All Stars.
There's a new Wreck Fest that's coming out.
Dude,
Yeah, but
Can I-
that's just
can-
But
one
that's just
game.
ramming cars into each other. That's not shooting.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
battle royale, like
There's no
especially
missiles or
before,
anything.
like Twisted Metal, all that Concord money should have been invested in Twisted Metal
Oh,
as their
facts.
baby.
100%.
Crazy.
Either that or the Spider-Man one. One of the two.
Don't worry.
Oh man, I forgot about the Spider-Man online game.
I could
Don't
see why you
worry.
would say no to the Spider-Man one just because of how much that IP is and how much they can accidentally drown a ton of money into. But Twisted Metal is your shit.
Yep. There was no way there's no way Twisted Metal shouldn't have been in Concord's place, its own controller. It has, because the thing about Concord is Concord, they tried to do the whole lore thing.
Too much before
And
the game
it
thing.
wasn't, and like Twisted Metal has all of those elements. It has great, intriguing lore and all those elements that could lend it to being a game. It has interesting characters and cars. We all had a favorite car.
Sweet Tooth. Had to be
Thumper.
the ice cream. Had to be the ice cream.
Don't worry though, we'll get a Horizon Forbidden West multiplayer.
It'll be boring. It'll be Horizon Forbidden West, but a multiplayer and boring.
It could
like
work.
a bad Monster Hunter game.
I think it could work, guys.
I mean, anything.
A
could
Horizon
work, yeah.
online game could work. It could be good.
Yeah, if they find out how to make it fun. That's the thing that I don't understand about Horizon is you came up with the coolest concept ever,
But
and it's not fun. How did you do
No.
that? How do you come up with how does someone say robot dinosaurs and someone else goes, let's make it the least fun thing you could possibly make
It's
it?
kind of soulless in a weird way because it checks. Like I remember playing that game, trying that game because it checked all my boxes. Robot dinosaurs, fuck yeah! Female protagonist, oh don't
Let's
mind
go.
if I do. And then I played it for like 20 minutes, and I was like, "What is this shit?"
It feels like
A generic Ubisoft game.
It feels like something like you would see a screenshot like on like a Google Play. You'd see like a screenshot of Horizon Forbidden West like as a representation of the game that it definitely doesn't look like that back in like 2010. That's a weird fucking autistic way of me trying to explain what I had just had in my head, and I realized it didn't land at all. But like, it just is generic to me is the better way of saying it. And Cozy already said that, but like,
I'm looking at this trailer again. If they had gone this far on a trailer, this thing was good to go, guys. Right?
Yeah.
When you're making trailers, you have the game. No?
Mm-hmm.
I would pay to find out exactly how this thing got like cancelled. Like I want the minutes from the meetings. That's what I want. I want to hear the justification of someone being like, no, but we're only going to make 200 million probably on this thing. We need like 800 million.
I think, and I honestly, part of it, I think, is also them getting caught up in the prestige.
Prestige. Oh, the awards and all that. Yeah.
And sometimes people just want something dumb fun.
And like what Ham said, they started sniffing their farts so hard they were like, guys, we can't have an L. No, as in, all right, fine, not specifically that way. I'm paraphrasing.
But you're not wrong.
They essentially said, yeah, we can't have an L. Like that's the risk of even AAA. In fact, the problem with AAA is that a lot of AAA is like we're too big to take risks. And it's crazy to me that someone looked at this and maybe thought this was a risk. This looks like a slam dunk. Looks like a layup. Like I could make this layup with a torn hamstring. That's how easy this looks.
You don't know anything about hamstrings.
I know they hurt like a motherfucker. Fuzzy says because fighting robots is almost always soulless. I think that one's for you, Cozy. Somebody, yes. What?
I like fighting robots. It just.
Sapo says somebody. Oh, hold on. Somebody decided Concord was better than this. I think on that note, we can go back to the Xbox discussion. I think that says everything you need to know. Someone sat there, looked at Concord, looked at factions, and was like, Concord.
This is the new Star Wars.
Because it looks so realistic.
That shit.
It looks so realistic. That's what makes Concord good. All the other hero type shooters have like cartoony looking people.
Have fun art styles. Not this one. Not this one.
Not this
Just
one.
gonna make weird fur creatures. You can see the individual hairs on it.
Oh my goodness, we don't need realistic furries.
It's like night. It's just nightmare fuel.
What's wrong
It's,
with realistic furries? I don't understand.
No
What's
one
the
asked
problem?
for it.
yeah, no one wants that.
Alright. Fuzzy says at least Naughty Dog is taking the risk to make a new AAA IP. I gotta respect them for that. First new AAA PlayStation IP in years. For me, I don't feel like that's brave because they
Well,
still
it's
have
not the first new
they
PlayStation IP. It's just this one might stick.
yeah, and
the
also
last new one, the last new PlayStation IP
Was a historic fail.
it was a historic fail.
Yeah,
you guys suck. You guys suck.
The
yeah.
one before that was pretty good though, right?
Which one?
I mean, do we want to count Returnal? I mean,
Yeah,
I
Returnal.
think we should
Yeah,
count
Returnal was
They
Yeah,
worked
we
hand in
should.
hand with them, and they bought them right after the game launch.
I
We
think,
should.
but I feel like Returnal survived solely on its reviews.
That's fair because
Really?
I think they've said it didn't sell like
It
a
sold.
stupid amount.
It sold very like small numbers.
Wasn't it
I
like
think it's
500,000
It's
was
a
like a
niche
big
game,
milestone?
though.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
I think it was fine.
The thing about Returnal is when I look at that game, I'm like, this looks awesome. It's just every time I play it, I run into an issue, and I'm like, I don't want to play this.
Yeah,
So I just I can't enjoy it.
All right.
it's just
Unfortunately.
it's just it just really I don't know what's up with that game, but it really runs a lot harder than it needs to on whatever you can play it on. Whether it's your PS5, hell, when the game came out, they had to tell people not to play it for a little while. And then on PC, it just
mess.
doesn't seem to run the best.
Yeah.
And I have a pretty good PC, and Matt's PC is even better than mine. And Matt was getting worse numbers than me.
I don't know
So the
what the
problem
hell's
is
going on
definitely
with
the
that.
port.
Oh,
Exactly.
Something's
yeah.
messed up.
He has a better CPU and GPU than I do, and he's getting worse numbers than I'm getting.
And Matt, you
Yeah.
would spell CPU and GPU.
KPU and GPZ.
Okay.
Right.
Sapo says Returnal was also breaking PS5s when it had the rest mode
Yeah.
issue. All right.
Yep.
All right. So
Dude,
the last
I
few.
was
Okay, go ahead, man.
and I was gonna say I was playing with him and we were enjoying it on PlayStation, and then his PS it just crashed his whole PS5, and I was like, well, fuck that, I'm not playing it.
He deleted it before I could restart my console.
Yeah, I closed that shit. I uninstalled it.
I
So
joined back in the
no.
party, and I was like, "You ready to hop back in?" He's like, "Bro, it's deleted."
Yeah,
It's $500 console, man. It's a
He got
$500
fucking-
console.
That man got spooked.
It's a $500 console, man. What are you talking about? I would have run it as well.
I'm not taking those chances.
No, sir.
Yeah, this man got contact spooked. Like he didn't even hit the shit. He just could smell it, and he got the fuck out of there.
He was like, nope. My mama didn't raise no fool. Okay, so
I'm in danger.
Yes. Your
Girl,
camera
you're in
froze, Em.
danger.
Your camera froze, Em. Okay, so we've got Concord, Returnal. Okay, before Returnal, like, what was the last legit, bona fide new IP dub from PlayStation?
Probably Ghost.
No, Knack.
Probably Ghost.
Yes. Ghost of Tsushima.
And
Knack
you know
was
what's
way before that.
you know what's crazy about that
Okay.
is I think we all agree here. Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, Cozy's not gonna play that game, but like me, you, and Ham all agree. Ghost of Tsushima's phenomenal, right? Sensational.
Yes. Excellent game.
Hmm.
It is absolutely dwarfed in success by Horizon. How fucking crazy is that?
It is. That is insane. Yeah.
How unreal is that?
I don't know what that's about,
I,
honestly.
you know, like I feel like me, Matt, maybe Cozy, maybe Loke, we've all failed. I feel like
Failed what?
failed to understand what the fuck everybody likes about that game.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Because
have.
it really and I see a lot of people talk similar to the way that we talk about the game, but like I don't know, like somehow it does fine. Somehow it
Bro.
does fine. And to me, it really like even though I know it's nothing like, but it does remind me of like Madden a little bit, where it's like I see a totally different game than you guys see when I look at it, and I don't
Yeah.
understand why.
Why are
Anyway,
you playing it?
but then I
For
look
me,
over at Matt and I see him buying 2K again, and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah. Yep. I did.
what?
I just saw somebody like yesterday. Can't find it now, but just a random person on my blue sky. Don't even think I followed him, but it just popped in my algorithm, and it was like Horizon's Forbidden West is hands down the greatest game ever made. And there's a lot of
Oh
people
my
who think that.
god.
There's so many people who think that, and I'm just like, am I insane? Am I crazy? I don't like. I beat the game front to back. What
You're like me with
did
The
I miss
Witcher
something?
3. You're like
Like
me
yeah,
with
yeah.
The
See,
Witcher
I
3.
feel the same way that Fuzzy feels.
Yeah.
Like
That's why I put it
spill
up.
the
That's why I
tea,
put it
like
up.
no bullshit at all. Like I like each time I think about that game and I see somebody talking about it and I see how pretty it looks, I'm like, man, I want to play that, but I know as soon as I start playing that again, I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate it because it looks stunning. You know what I'd actually want to know, and this doesn't really make any difference, right? Because after the game's purchased, it's purchased, publisher's happy, they don't care, right?
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
really interested to see like how many people complete this game that have bought it because it's not a short game.
Yeah,
Listen,
it's
I'm
a
not a
long
conspiracy
game.
theorist. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, guys. This is the first game, especially after Matt sent me the links to the sales. This is the first game, and I was like, oh, so that's what an industry plant is.
Damn, come on, Loke, like that.
I'm on. That's how I feel about Horizon. Straight up, straight up. I'm not. If in 20 years, Ham, when we're doing the retrospective or whatever investigation that blew up on PlayStation or whatever, and then people find out 20, 30 years from now that yeah, they were buying their own copies for Horizon, I'm not going to be the least bit shocked because I don't believe that they sold that many and the people went out and bought those games and played those games. I don't
Well,
believe it.
I'm
So
really curious to know how much they sold without the bundle.
bundle. Yeah. That's I was just about to say because I think they count the PlayStation 5 bundle as a sale, and the PS5s were obviously selling during that time, and they still are. So it's like if that
From
was
what I
boosting
heard, they also
numbers,
count the Portal as a console sale.
that's weird.
really,
They should not be doing that.
I don't know if that's true, but I heard about that. I'm gonna look that up.
might be, might be. Cozy.
Yeah.
Am I reaching with my conspiracy theory about this game being an industry plant?
No. It's
I'm saying,
like it's like it's almost too checklist this should be a good game, but it misses the
Mm.
mark. But maybe we're just wrong.
See, that's how I start to feel when I get online and I see a lot of people saying this game is incredible. This is one of the best games ever. And I'm just
Where are
like,
these
dude,
people?
I'm
Where are
just
these
like, dude,
people? Matt, the only people I've ever seen capping for Horizon is fanboys.
dude, there's so many of them though. And I'm not talking about fanboys. I'm talking about like you'll go to their profile and
Yeah.
it's not a profile dedicated to like
He's not
PlayStation
a
or something.
PlayStation
It's
worshiper.
it's just a profile dedicated to fucking loving Horizon. And there's hundreds of posts and I'm just like, yo, am I
Again,
insane?
again, Matt. Industry plant.
Fake
Maybe, maybe.
profiles.
That's also another, but it's like, dude, it's just I see it enough that I'm like, dude, maybe I'm wrong, but then I remember, dude, I beat both games. The first one was solid. The second one was ass. I
In
know
a
it's
bad
ass
way. In a
because I
bad
beat it.
way. Say ass in a bad way, Matt. Because
It's
ass is
ass. It's ass.
objectively a good thing.
I'm not
Ass is a
talking
good thing.
about well, you know what I'm talking about. I'm saying that shit is ass. It sucks. It's horrible. And I
Oh,
just everyone loves it and I'm just like, dude,
why?
what's happening? Am I in the fucking Matrix? I
You
don't
should have
get
taken
it.
that red pill. Shouldn't have taken the red pill.
it I don't.
That's where you messed up. Cozy.
Yes.
For our last topic today, Xbox's stream your own game feature on console is now available to all Game Pass Ultimate members. So
Aww.
back in November 2024, Microsoft started letting Game Pass Ultimate members play
Oh, I
select
know.
games they own via streaming on PC, phone, tablet, handheld, and most devices with access to a web browser. In December 2024, the feature the feature was extended to Xbox One and Series X and S consoles, but it was only made available for Xbox insiders in the Alpha Skip Ahead and Alpha Rings, who were also Game Pass Ultimate members. So people like Matt. Now,
I
starting
was not
today,
a
the
part of that.
feature Matt did not apply for that. Now, starting today, the feature has been taken out of the insider access, meaning all Game Pass Ultimate subscribers can now stream select games from their own library on their console. There are numerous benefits to this feature. For example, players with Xbox One consoles can now purchase and stream select Series X and S games without having to buy a new console. Oh my God. That's a big dub. It also means that players will be able to save on storage space on their console by only installing certain games they own and opting to stream others, something that will be particularly useful for owners of the launch version of the Series S, which only has 500 megabytes of storage. The library of supported games has also been increased to more than 100 titles with recent additions including Disney Epic Mickey Rebrushed, Lego Marvel Superheroes Lost Records, Bloom and Rage 2, and Wonder Stop. The full list can be found on the Xbox website. So here's a few quotes. Starting today, Game Pass Ultimate members can now stream select games. Okay, so this is just repeating what I
Oh yeah.
already read. Cozy,
Yes.
thoughts
It's the
on
future.
this feature?
It's the future, not feature. It's the future. I use it for my PC, so I'm happy. I won't go back to the alpha. I knew about it, but I'm not going to the alpha because
What you
that's
mean you use it for your PC? I don't understand.
you can do it on your PC. So like you can own a game on your Xbox,
Uh-huh.
like RoboCop for example, and stream it on your PC.
How does that work? Let me open the Xbox app.
Go to the cloud game. Just go to Xbox Cloud Gaming on your web browser.
Hold on. Browser,
You search like an old person.
Xbox Cloud Gaming. Okay. Beta, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you
Click
should
on it.
scroll down until you see stream your own game, which should be there.
Hold on, it's loading.
Oh Lord.
Thank you for your interests. Cloud Beta is currently available in select regions.
Oof.
Oh,
No.
yikes. Yikes.
That's why Ham started laughing. As soon as it said thank you for your interest, Ham started fucking balling his ass off. He fucking knew what was up. Ham
Dang.
knew what was up. God damn it.
Imagine.
Cozy, tell us Ray saying happy birthday.
Hello, Talos.
Oh, thank you.
Uh, so this was fun. This was great. This little exercise we just did.
Yeah,
That
Loke
was awesome.
got some knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
stream all of those games, Look.
Yeah.
Fuck off, man. Fuck right off. All right.
Texas
Richie,
laws
thank you
are
so
pretty tough.
yeah. There's no Xbox in Texas. That's what's happening. Richie, thank you so much for the $2 Canadian. Says, why not simply make the expansion card cheaper? That's also another option. I don't know what's up with that expansion.
But it's not, because that's like a piece of hardware. So the hardware costs what the hardware costs, essentially, and they have to make something off of it. What they should have did is made a better way to implement like an M.2 instead of instead of the storage device that they made. Like, you just look at small, like anything that's smaller is going to cost more. It just is what it is. And like when you buy something like a storage device, and then you can do the same thing in this smaller little device, it's probably going to be a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Usually,
Also-
like that's usually how it works.
Also,
right? You get a
storage
big ass
devices.
camera, and then someone's like, "Hey, look at the camera this size. Costs the exact same amount." Or no, it doesn't cost. That has the exact same specs. It's probably way more. Every single time.
Mm.
When have you ever got something that was smaller and had the same specs as the huge thing, and it was cheaper? Tell me.
Yep.
Take a look at handhelds. That's the case.
Handhelds, I mean, for the love of God.
Yeah.
Handheld will cost more than you buying a console and a TV.
Yeah.
There you go.
It is what it is.
The more compact, the more expensive.
Cozy, sorry for
Yeah.
interrupting. Go ahead.
I don't remember what I was saying.
You're talking about streaming. You're talking about streaming. I tried to experiment
And you can't.
and
Oh yes,
You
thank
are
you.
unable to.
I like it. As you know, streaming is the future.
streaming is now.
It's great. It means I don't have to waste precious space on games. And it makes me more willing to buy a game knowing that I don't actually have to fork out another subscription to play it. And right now, Nvidia's comes with too many limitations that I
Well, yeah, this is going to make them compete with Nvidia. GeForce is in trouble. Matt,
it's not.
thoughts on Xbox
Oh.
allowing you to stream from your console? But is
It's,
this not the same function as like the PS Portal with PlayStation? Is this not the same thing?
It is.
I mean, it
Oh,
kind of
no,
is.
it's not. It's not.
It
Remote
kinda-
play is completely different than cloud play.
Oh, because so the portal's only like if you have your Xbox or your PlayStation on, right?
Yep.
Oh,
You have to have a PlayStation to play on the portal. You do not have to have an Xbox.
Oh, yeah, that's too bad. I forgot about that. So no, it's not the same.
Really?
Um, but I mean, it's cool. Like I literally, like as we're talking, I just for the hell of it, I booted up Avatar through cloud
Mm-hmm.
because I don't have that installed because that game is huge and I haven't played it in forever. So it's like whatever. It's available to stream because I own it, and yeah, it's cool. But like,
Thanks for rubbing that in my face, Matt. Really appreciate that.
no problem.
Let me rub it in your face with people, yo.
Also,
this motherfucker says no problem. This
You know what
motherfucker
else?
says no problem.
you know what else you can stream, Loke?
Let's smack Loke in the face with this one. Tell him about 2K.
Dude. Oh, dude, 2K. I played when I first got my RG Ally.
Yeah.
I got off for the night and I was like, I'll talk to you guys later. I said, you know what? I'm gonna get online on Discord on my RG Ally and play NBA 2K with them because I can. So I streamed it expecting it to suck, right? I expected it to be a horrible experience. I streamed it. It was great. That shit felt like I was playing. I mean, I don't know if I just got lucky, but it felt like I was playing native. That shit was sensational. I was hitting threes and everything. And what's really cool is as of late, I've been streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows because that's one of the stream your own game things. I streamed a little bit of Cyberpunk. Like I said, I'm doing Avatar right now. Baldur's Gate 3 is on there. Space Marine's on there, but I don't own that. Ham owns that. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I. But like, yeah, it's cool. It's cool that it's there, and being real, being honest. Hopefully, they expand that shit because it's really dumb that you don't have access to that. So, Xbox needs to kind of get on that.
Maybe I mean now you have a new mission. Look, your other mission is complete, right? You got Game Pass on PC.
Yeah.
Now, what good is a life without a mission? Now you have
This guy.
new mission available.
There you go.
New mission available. You opened up. he opened up his computer. And he thought he was gonna get a game, but he got a mission.
Looks like I can't wait to try this shit out. And Xbox was like, no.
He said, let's localize this shit to Texas. We need this shit.
Oh my god.
Can't be holding this state down. That's not right.
What I'll say, so maybe you don't feel like you're missing out too much, even though it is awesome, is
it's awesome. I'm missing out.
No, it's awesome. The thing is awesome. Not that you're missing out. But I'll say this, so maybe it doesn't sting so much.
He's just sitting there looking.
Maybe,
he's so disappointed looking into the camera.
Maybe it doesn't sting so much, but it is the Series S version of games. That being said, Cyberpunk is 60 FPS.
Right.
You can remote play from your
Series
PC to your console, though, Loke. You should be able to do that. No problem.
Yes.
Which is essentially kind of, I mean, feeling wise, as long as you have good internet, it's the same thing. But the thing is, you have to have good internet in 2 spots instead of 1. That's the only difference.
All right.
Man, that sigh. That sigh, man, it just hits me right in the heart.
I was excited. I'm not going to lie. I was very excited.
You got a mission.
Thanks for your interest. I'm like, motherfucker, what are you talking about, my interest? Let me do the thing. I want to press the buttons.
You should @ Phil Spencer and support and let him know. And I'm actually not even kidding when I say that. Like,
I'll do a screenshot.
You should definitely get in contact with support.
Yeah. Look, support hooked me up the last time, so I'll do it again.
They'll tell you that it's dropping next week.
Just let them know that you're really appreciative of their help. But hey, I found a new game.
Yeah.
Like it like most stuff is attained by the way you say it, not really what you say. Like they're more or less judging on what type of person is asking me this. And if you seem
Yeah.
like an awesome person, then
You're muted, Cozy.
When I
you
work for
get
customer
more of a
support,
chance
I
to get
go
an
all
answer than
out.
you don't.
I go all out for the polite people.
There you go.
You raise
There
your
you go.
voice just a little or sound just a little impatient. I'd be like,
That's another 5 minutes of waiting time for you.
oh, let me tell you one time. Never mind.
Yeah, don't say it, Cozy. Don't say it. Speaking of customer support, people, this is Cozy's birthday weekend. So we're going to sign off by singing happy birthday to Cozy Beluga in a very off-tune tone. This is going to be horrible. I hope no one clips us. Ham,
Someone's gonna
Matt,
clip it.
are you guys
Probably
ready?
gonna
Clear your
be.
throats. Yeah, clear your throats.
You're
Cozy's gonna clip it, of course. Of course,
what?
I
she's
mean,
gonna
it
clip
doesn't matter if I clear my throat at all. It's gonna sound like this. It's not gonna. It's not gonna be
Matt,
musical.
it. All right, Ham, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, chat, spam happy birthday to Cozy. All right, here we go, And 1, 2, 3, go. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
Go.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday.
to
Whoa,
you.
faster, Jesus.
Yeah, you're
Happy
dragging this
Happy
out.
birthday,
birthday, dear
Cozy
Coach.
Beluga.
Where's the
Happy
dear
Happy
coach?
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
You.
no. Wait for it. Come on. You guys know what you gotta do.
and
What you
many more.
No.
Oh.
what?
Oh. Is it the end anymore?
No.
You're muted. You're muted. We can't hear
Happy
you.
birthday to you.
I.
You know what, Cozy? You got your fucking gift.
Ah,
No,
How dare you tell
you
me
guys
how to
not
give you a
know
gift?
how that works?
I'm tired of this already.
I've
All
not
right,
heard
all right.
that in
Let's
my
make this
life.
toxic. Cozy. How old are you now?
I'm
How
58.
old are you? That's the finest 58-year-old I ever seen. But
You
okay.
are, you old son of a bitch.
I'm gonna
Don't tell.
find a video for you guys.
Yeah, I've not
Uh,
heard that. I know the end many more on Channel 4
Dear
though.
Easy wants to join. Says I can sing better than you.
Well,
Sapo says, damn,
happy
y'all are sounded like
Yeah, I
you're at a
birthday.
know.
funeral.
He was enunciating every letter and shit.
Like
Hell
Look was
yeah.
singing at like -10 speed. I don't know what you're.
No, I was not trying to get through it fast. I was trying to take my time.
I'm gonna
Sapo
Oh,
find
says,
no
damn,
kidding.
you
it.
all sounded like you're at a funeral. Damn. We Do we sound like
I
we're at a
mean, if
funeral?
Luke would have sped it up a little bit.
I know.
I mean, Jesus.
All right, take two.
So
Let's
basically,
try
we always
again.
just do the
Let's try
Stevie
again.
Wonder verse. You gotta throw in the Stevie Wonder.
Which one's that one?
Cozy's got all these remixes that I don't know.
You guys don't know. Happy birthday.
Yeah, that's like what they.
to
After you sing the
you.
happy birthday song, then you start going
Yeah.
to happy birthday to you. It's just like
I
I
Listen, my
I
excuse is
legit
I'm not
never heard this
American.
shit.
I'm not American. Matt, you should know this. You're American.
No, I
At least I'm not
shouldn't. 'Cause I
American.
don't.
I'm
I
just saying,
don't know.
I have a defense. Cozy, you can forgive me. I'm not even from the US, so it's fine that I
you
don't
are
know.
forgiven. You don't know.
Thank you. Thank
What
you.
is a
Matt,
thing, and
get
I'm
your
not
shit
making it
together.
up.
Matt,
I
get your
believe
shit
you're not.
together.
I believe you're not making it up. I'm just saying I've never heard this shit in my life.
Talos Racist sounded like Lieutenant Harris from Police Academy. Oh, that was tragic. Anyway,
Regardless, happy
Cozy,
birthday, you old hag.
yes,
Oh,
happy
Yes.
thank you.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
We meant it.
Ancient
We
hag.
meant
That's
it.
ancient, okay? Get it right.
Yeah, ancient. Yes, Sonny. Uh, Cozy, please plug your channel. Tell people where they can find you, etc.,
You can
etc.
find me here. BullSittin, and then you also later on you can find me getting wasted with what? Wasted with You can find me getting wasted with Wise.
I love the bird. I love it. All right, all right. That's the that's the birthday girl's plug.
Look at Dairy.
Says I live in the country slash desert of Nevada. Y'all were on speaker and I heard coyotes.
uh,
Why you
Good.
like this?
We got Dareezy in danger. Guys, go kill that motherfucker. You're disturbing my day.
Was this a mating call? What the fuck? Oh, that's a nice
might as
emoji,
well,
Cozy.
man.
It's a nice emoji. Matt,
Yo.
plug your channel, tell people they can find you and what you're up to.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Matt Likes
YouTube.
Games. Podcasts every week, videos every week. I actually got to redo a video because something went wrong with the one I recorded yesterday, so I have to do that again. But podcast every week, Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern is the L3R3 podcast with myself, Hard Days Mike, and it's me, Twan. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern is the Two Player Podcast with myself and Ham Solo. You can find it over there on Matt Likes Games on YouTube, and then you can find me here every Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, for the show with these folks.
Good stuff. Ham, plug.
Yep. I'll see y'all next Tuesday for Mass Effect. More Mass Effect. If I have time, I'll show up on Everything Plus Gaming with Loke and whatnot. But
Let's go.
yeah, Loke, going ahead.
All right. Thank you so much for coming through, everyone. We really appreciate everyone that was in the comment section, super chat, the likes, sharing out the podcast on Twitch. Thank you so much for continuing to support TFWS. The member chats as well. Membership for life is $2 a month. Please make sure to ring the bell on the way out because
What?
Monday is everything plus game. Tuesday it's Mass Effect 2. Right now it's Mass Effect 2, but that's playing through the whole series. Wednesday it's the lowdown with
Your
me.
mic sounds terrible.
Yeah, I'm about to say, is it just like
I thought it was
thought it was
just
just me? Yeah,
What?
you
There you
sound
go.
really muffled. Well, now you're good, but you
You said
sounded
what? You sounded
really
clear.
muffled.
Come on.
Hey,
Is
I
it
was
better now?
confused.
Is it better now?
Yes.
I could make out what
All
you were
right.
saying,
So
just
Wednesdays, it's the lowdown with me and Ham. All right. Sorry. Thursdays. It's again everything plus gaming, and then Fridays, every single Friday, it's bullsitting with Cozy Beluga, Matt Likes Games, Ham Solo, myself, and Mental Nina. When he can get his creaking bones out of the coffin he calls his bed. Thank you so much for coming through, everyone. We'll see you on Monday. Goodbye.
Woo woo!
They said we said